Right there. Boom. That's where Cole Caulfield got hurt, I believe, 18 games ago against the Calgary Flames on December 12th. You can see there, it's not directly on the right shoulder, but you can see the right shoulder took contact there. And I believe that's where he got hurt. Cole Caulfield will miss the rest of the season because of that hit and probably should have been taken out of this season earlier than this. But the amazing thing is what he's done even in the last 18 games. And imagine if he wasn't injured for those 18 games, the goal total he might have, it would be higher than 26 and probably in the mid 30s. And he'd be looking at getting 40 real soon. That's not going to happen this season. So, yeah. Okay. We got game 47. It's Toronto taking on the Canadiens. Very different to Canadiens without Cole Caulfield, really. So I don't know what kind of game we're going to get, if they're going to rally around this. The team's going to rally behind Cole and put a super, I don't know, kind of effort out there. I don't know. We're going to see. So I'll have some play-by-play for you. I'll be doing some color commentary and talking to you guys in the chat. In the first intermission, I'll be joined by Pete, and Pete will, but we'll talk about this injury, what it might mean, stuff like that, and we'll talk to you guys. And we'll just get through this, I guess. I don't know what else. It does improve their chances as far as to finish low in the standings to get a really good draft pick, and that's got to be improved for sure. It's an organic version of tanking, and that's what's going on. So let's see who's here, and we'll go from there. Actually, first, I happen to know there's somebody in the room. I'm going to just do this. Welcome, Bob Cannon is in the chat. I knew you were there before I even switched over because I had seen you. Sorry you missed the pregame. What can you do? How I got my voice that high, I didn't have to do anything like that. I just sped up the video. It's just a sped up version, and then I guess downloaded it that way, and that's how it works. Guru, welcome back. Go Habs, go! They're gonna need all the help they can freaking get tonight. He says for medicinal purposes only, because he missed the guess the score contest in the pregame show. 7-1 Leafs. Matthews' first goal. He says, sorry. Don't be sorry. I got 6-2 Leafs. Matthews' first goal. Because why not? It's just to rub it in, right? Matthews will get 2 goals tonight and maybe 3 to tie and then maybe pass Cole as far as the goal scoring, just to rub it in tonight, because that's how things work. That's what's going to happen, more than likely. All right, Pete's there. Hey, Pete. Pete will be joining me in the first period. Intermission, I do believe. Hopefully the team rises for Cole and grinds out a tough win. We all know the Laughs hate being slapped around. Oh, I said in the pregame, I think it could get a little physical, right? And that is one way for them to, kind of even the playing field. Chemical Imbalance thinks that we are trash. So I don't know. Listen, I don't mind having Leafs fans here at all. We have some Leafs fan regulars. But you could be civil about it. We don't have to. Anyway, if you're going to be that way, and I'm not saying you are, maybe you're not, but it's an easy exit. So you're welcome, Bob. And Pete says, yep, he'll be here in the first intermission. Don't know what kind of a game it'll be at that point, but I mean, personally, I do think we're going to get our asses kicked tonight. Obviously, it seems like that. If they can rally, here and beat the Leafs, it'd be pretty amazing. I hope that's what we get, but I'm not. It's a real big uphill climb. Especially when you figure, Cole probably could give you at least 1, maybe 2 goals tonight, and now you're not going to get that from him. The lines are kind of messed up. Guys trying to find chemistry with each other on top of everything. It's going to be tough. Excited for the Winter Classic? Yeah, I usually watch that, so. There's no Toronto versus Montreal Winter Classic. Not this year, anyway. Yeah, but who's who? Like, okay, who says beginning to think there are only 5 to 10 decent people who are Leafs fans, and we saw all of them in here, um, serious Leafs. But and it's the difference. I think is with the Habs fans. I don't think Habs fans in general will go over to a Leafs live stream just to berate them. I mean, that's just stupid, and who's doing that? But they'll do that to us. So I'll give you on that. Yeah. So I think that's the big difference there, right? No, Axiom, I heard you, buddy. I don't usually watch the. You're talking about the Winter Classic, but it's not Montreal, Toronto. I don't watch soccer. I get you now, but I'm not a soccer guy or European football. Stephen, I mean, listen, it's not out of the question totally that they could beat the Leafs, but I agree with you. I mean, it's not. It's pretty much a wipeout for the rest of the season. But I mean, listen, it works for the tank. Organically, it works. So it's the light at the end of the tunnel. We've got, I would say, about 5 minutes till puck drop. So whatever you guys want to, I mean, get your opinions in here. We'll do it again in the intermission and probably during the period too. I don't know. I'm just hoping Montreal is competitive at least and has their chances and stuff like that. And at least we get an entertaining game. But I'm not holding out a ton of hope for that. Glad this is on national TV. It deserves to be, but it's not going to be the same. I mean, it's just not going to be the game that we were hoping for. So, yeah, Pete, you got it right. And me neither. I would never go to a Leafs. Well, I have as far as I think it was hot take hockey, but I mean, I went in peace and totally, not making fun of them or putting them down or something like that. But in general, I'm not going to. What am I going to get out of it? It's not for me. They don't want me there, and I shouldn't be there. Steven, I mean, I don't think this injury is going to affect him for next year. From what I understand, his agent, Pat Brisson, said the reason they took him out now and shut his season down was so that he'll be 100% ready and without having to rush, without having to be uncertain. So, I think he'll just pick up where he left off. He's the kind of talent that's, it's a shoulder injury. It's not ruining his career. I'd be more worried if it was a knee. A shoulder, I'm not as worried. What was it that Josh Anderson said? He told him, and Cole appreciated this, that when Anderson had his left shoulder pretty much rebuilt or repaired, he said the shoulder is now stronger than it was before, and he should be rest assured that he'll come back stronger and better and not worse. And so that's just it's one of the bright spots we had this season. And look, for a guy like me, I can't really take a night off from the games, right? I mean, I can't. So you guys you don't have to watch the games anymore. It's easier. But for me, it's going to be a long season, man. It's going to be a long season. 36 more games. Babe, I get what you're saying, but that's just being pessimistic. I don't want to be pessimistic about it. There's no reason for us to look at it like that. Or for him either. Bob, it has potential to be a really one-sided game, yeah. That's what I'm worried about tonight. Babe, I do know you will be. I do know. I appreciate that. It's still going to be a long, tough road, but we're going to see it through. I'm a Habs fan through and through. I'm not going to give up on them because of some kind of adverse, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know the word I'm looking for. But listen, I'm going to be there, watch them overcome the problems, or jump the hurdles over the next few years and get to where I think they're going to get to. There's no way I'm going to not be doing that. So just waiting for puck drop. Should be any minute now. I don't think there's any ceremony, but it is hockey day in whatever they call hometown hockey day, whatever. So maybe there's some ceremony. I don't know. But I'm watching it on CBC. I should get, hopefully. I don't know if it's good this time. I'm going to get the goals first. So I'm going to see all the Leafs goals before you will. I don't know. Yeah, listen, I'll get over this. I'm a bit depressed over it today. I was really in a good mood about the game, and then boom, it got taken away, kind of. As we get deeper into the season, I'm sure I'll get over it. We'll find something to enjoy watching these games somehow. See here, Pete. Listen, Pete can speak from experience. He says, "Hey, as someone who's had both shoulders completely rebuilt, with the left being done 1 year ago and the right 4 months ago, the left is much stronger than it has ever been, and the right is well on its way." So there you go. I'm not worried about his future. I'm really not. It's just it's the disappointment about he's one of the bright spots of this season. Every game we can look forward to the potential of Caulfield lighting it up, and it's just going to be it's just really hard to adjust to. Well, that's it, babe. It's exactly it, right? There's no control over injuries. And at this point, that's our goal. Stay the course. We're going to have a lot of losses. It's actually going to be more than we would have. And our objective of that good draft pick, organically, without them having to do much as far as, on purpose, we're going to be met. And then that way, when people say, oh, well, you had to tank to get, well, but we did it. It's done organically. There's nothing, you can't hold your head up high and say, I still love my Habs, right? So, which is not the way that Toronto did it to get Austin Matthews, where they admitted they tanked on purpose. So not the players, but the management did it. So, we can hold our head up higher and say, yeah, we did it the right way. That's how I'm going to look at it. Bob Cannon, did Philly ever really live up to the city of brotherly love? I thought that was always kind of a joke about that. Maybe at one time they were, but it's been a long time. They definitely not. Well, but in general, listen, people are nice everywhere in general, right? So no different there. They're a city like anything else, but city of brotherly love, I don't think so. Yeah, Pete, I think he's always known that. I think he's a guy that's worked out a lot, built up his body because he's a small guy and needed to. So, okay, I'm not sure what Bob and Hooser were talking about, but I don't know. All right, we're about to have a face off. So we got Sam Montembeault in net for Montreal. We got Ilya Samsonov in net for the Leafs. Monty's been playing well, except for the last game. Nobody played well. And we'll see what happens if he can continue now on a new streak of 900, like plus 925 plus kind of save percentages. They're underway. Leafs with it in Habs zone. Anyway, let's get it going. I'll get into it. If there's any Leafs fans that have joined us, welcome to the channel. Talk in the chat, no problem. Just don't be nasty. Other than that, definitely welcome. As we're like, I don't even think they're a minute into this game yet. Nope, 22 seconds in. Appropriate that's where the faceoff is. 22 seconds in honor of Cole Caulfield. Leafs win the draw. Well, Matthews knocks Andy down. He gets back up as he gets the puck into the corner. He's chasing it with two Leafs. Knocks one to the ground and he falls. Here come the Leafs. Over the red line, over the blue line. I can't see their numbers. Shot and a score. I don't know who that was, but it's 1-0 Leafs. Giordano with the first goal. Jesus. Well, Giordano with the first goal. I can tell you, I don't think anybody guessed Giordano. So, unfortunately, for the guess the score contest, again, first goal scored takes you out. A lot of the work done by Austin Matthews. He carried it up through the center, then dished it off. And, yeah, so there you go. Where are the people watching the game? What do you mean? There's nobody there? It must still be full. No, Bob. What's his name again? Babcock. Babcock, after he left, admitted that they purposely tanked. So it's not me saying that. I've read this. That's fine. Listen, they did what they got to do. I'm glad we didn't get them. So maybe I would like them if we had them. I don't know. Where? Oh, Angus, sorry. I'm watching it on CBC. You can watch it on NHL66.com if you can't get CBC. It's the national game, so it doesn't matter where you are in Canada. CBC's got this game. That's probably a goal Monty should have. I think it went under his arm. Likely the winning goal right there, Steven. It could be, yeah. I mean, it could be, right? Yeah, Montreal has not traded away and done the things that the Leafs did to get. So no, I don't agree with that part. But whatever, they did it their way. Montreal it's being done organically. They don't have to do much except play games. At least we don't have to stress about having a shutout. Us having a shutout, yeah, tonight. Yeah, it's a funny joke there. Are you bitter, Steven? Don't be bitter. Bitter about what? It's injuries. This wasn't a year that we're gonna win. So what's the difference? In the end, I'm disappointed about the injury because Caulfield was fun to watch and all that. But I mean, to be bitter that we're not gonna win or something, like really? But who's I'm talking about the year before? Obviously, before Matthews was drafted, they tanked on purpose. Angus, I don't know. I mean, there's other places. I don't know. I don't know where you are, but the CBC's got it right on TV. I don't even need cable. I mean, I'm not watching it with cable. We might have loved him, but I mean, a guy that starts fights and won't finish them. I don't know how much we love him. We could criticize Claude Lemieux a lot. So I don't know. But you're right about the 60 goals. Would he have gotten 60 goals here in Montreal? Don't know. Brad, that's a good question. I don't know what the answer is, and I don't have any conspiracy theories about the. My signal went for a sec about the medical staff or the trainer. I'm not going to do that. Relevant, except that the Leafs like to laugh at us and everything. But I'll hold my head up high that Montreal's tank at least is organic, and theirs wasn't. Brad, now you're just being negative for nothing. Come on. Steven, but there's no need to be bitter. There's always next year. He's not going anywhere. It's not like this was it. He's had 1 year, he's going to get 50, and he's never going to, don't be bitter. It happens. Injuries do happen. I've been disappointed by injuries many times over the years. Pete, I'm ignoring the game. So I'm going to start watching the game. You guys are all here for me to watch the game. So we got it's 16:25 left here in the first. It's 1-0 Toronto, 2-1 are the shots on goal for Toronto. Not a lot's happened. I see, anyway. But as far as refs, it's clear the refs have a bias. If you look at the rules for the player in the crease, the first goal against Florida, it's clear that goal should not have been allowed. Without a doubt, they didn't even have to look at that. Just to confirm he was in the crease, and that should not have been allowed. But it was allowed because they made a judgment call that they had no right to make. That shows bias. Why would you sell your TV over hockey? What's his contract, Caulfield? He's RFA next season. They're working on it. They're negotiating a contract right now. So I haven't been watching, so I don't really have a good feel for whether Montreal is in this game or not. But by the score, hasn't gotten worse. That goal could have been a fluke. They don't look like a team that's given up after one goal. So, and we got a lot of hockey left. We're approaching 15 minutes left in the first. So far, so good. Can they sustain? Player I don't know who that was, got player fall on him. I hope he's okay. Hey, we got a stoppage in play because of an offside. I hope not a penalty, right? Yeah, did he take him down? Oh, yeah, it is a penalty. Okay, Montreal's going on the power play, which means nothing these days. Aston Reese for tripping. That's a really late call on the trip. Okay, I get you, Huzu. To me, that's an extreme. Like, I'm not happy with the NHL either. Believe me, by any means. But I mean, I love hockey. I love my Habs. I haven't given up on it yet. Well, we're 20 seconds into the power play. Leafs clear it, so Montreal's starting behind the net. Matheson. He's a really nice skater. Drops it back, though. Drop it back to Suzuki because the Leafs didn't know they were going to do that. They can't set up and they can't do anything, and it's sent all the way down. Because that's like a shocking surprise. Nothing we haven't seen. No, drop past because we haven't seen that yet. Look at that. They caught the Leafs by surprise, and they did that. Wow, never. That's another any team. Look, the Habs caught us by surprise by dropping the puck back. Ugh. Got a minute and 3 left on this disgusting power play. Unless they score a goal on it, it's disgusting. It has not gotten better. We're over halfway through. You think it'd get a little bit better, but they just keep dropping the puck. Now they can't get out of their own end. Come on, Arbor, show them what to do. There you go. What a nice exit by Arbor. And then he sends it back, but they come back out. Too bad Andy fell on his own. It's too bad it wasn't a stick near him. It would have been a trip. They finally set up. They got a shot there. And Leafs clear it. But again, Pete, that's just your way of saying organically tanked, that's it exactly. It's an honest way to do it, and I'd rather it that way. Would I disagree with them if they did what the Leafs did? Not really, to be honest with you. When there's a player like Bernard, you do what you can to get it, right? To get him. But I'd rather that it's this way, and we can hold our heads up. Bob, Caulfield's an RFA next year. He won't make it to RFA. He'll be signed. But at least now they have. I think now, there's no more waiting. How many goals is he going to score? Blah, blah, blah. Now they can make the final deal. His season's done. You can make the deal now. And my antenna is outside, and I don't know. It keeps breaking up. It's weird. I guess maybe the weather, the cloudy. I don't know what's going on. So we're getting close to halfway through the first. The shots are 2 apiece. That's it. So I don't know what's going on. The center of the ice is being clogged. I don't know what. By both teams, because there are very few shots gotten through. It's 1-0 Toronto. Third shot there for. They each got a third shot now. They don't want to credit Montreal with it. Oh, they just did. I bet you on my antenna, one of the wires is loose. Got to be. I might have to get up and fix that. So it's in Montreal's corner there. Montreal's going to clear it. Here comes, I don't see what is Hoffman. He throws it in, goes around the other side. Ulanov is there, up to the point. Shot, didn't get through. Around to the other side. Who's got it? It's along the half wall. Montreal come up with it, or Toronto. Montreal, but Hoffman actually kept it in. Got the puck to Doc. Doc, he tossed the Leafs stick, like, I don't know, tossed it away. It was cool. Doc's strong, man. He's strong, and this kid is going to be tough to play against. He's done some things where you see the strength he has, and it's a glimpse into what kind of a power forward he's going to become. He's big. He's 6'4", and he's 21. He's grown into his muscles, and yet he's overpowered some guys. The future looks bright with Doc. And that's a guy we can focus on, is Kirby Doc. We can focus on what kind of chemistry Nick Suzuki can build with another winger and see if there's another one that has a lot of chemistry with him. There's a few things, you know. Yeah, Pete, this is what I was kind of hoping for, right? Is that they'd at least be competitive, and they are. This is a better game than I was expecting so far in the first. Hey, Huzu, I got two pillboxes. So I got two because one does morning and night, but now I got to take one in the afternoon. Actually, two of them. So I got just a single file like for the afternoon. So yeah, welcome to the club, brother. How old are you anyway, Huzu? I forget. I'm sorry if I keep asking. You know what? It's better to have that than to forget your pills all the time because that's not good for you, you know? I used to wear not these glass. Well, yeah, no, I used to wear my glasses with it. I used to when I was working outside on the lawns and stuff. I used to have my glasses on, but not since then. Born to be a habit, without a doubt. He'll be fine for next year. I'm quite. Well, you know what? Even though you're only 28, that's okay. That's okay. Just preparing you for the future, man. That's all. Last fans, if we beat them, they're going to say they played down to our level. Yeah, it's okay. Let them. I hope that's what they say. Let them say that. I just want to beat them. I mean, listen, even tonight, I want to beat them. I hope they do. I hope they find a way to come back and tie it up and go ahead and all that stuff. Because I never want to see them lose to the Leafs. I don't care, even if it's just kids playing, literally kids playing on our defense. I still don't want them to lose. So there's no worries about that. I'm just a little bummed out about Caulfield thing. I'll get over it. I'm getting over it now. I mean, I am. Yeah, Bob. He'll be a free agent at the end of the season, but I almost guarantee he's going to be signed before the end of the season. He's going to be signed soon. I believe that. I think this speeds it up because now they got an end point for a season. They know what They know what how to negotiate that. I think anyway. I can only imagine though. Hughes got to be a tough guy to negotiate with. The agents can't get away with saying anything that he doesn't know that they're lying or whatever, right? So yeah, it's going to be a shrewd negotiation. That's why I don't think there's going to be any overpayment. The only thing that you might say is they paid him a little more because he's in Quebec and the taxes and all that. So that I can see, but it's not going to be an overpayment, not a crazy one. It's not going to be 10 million a year. It's not going to be 9 million a year. So we got like a little under 8 minutes here to go in the first. Shots are still only 3-3. And now it's 4-3. They got one more shot than us, and they got a goal. And that's the difference in this game. So Montreal being very competitive here. They're rallying for this is what I wanted to see because this shows great character building, great bonding for the team. This is what I was hoping for today's game, and I said it in the pregame that yeah, if they can give it a good game, then that's great character. Because there's no doubt they're undermanned as far as talent, without a doubt. Now it's still early in the game. I mean, a lot of damage could happen since between now and the end of the game. But right now, I like the way they're playing. They're clogging them up and not allowing a lot of shots. And this team's dangerous. You don't want to give them a lot of shots. And right now, they're managing that. He's going to get a big raise, Bob, but he's not going to get a crazy raise. And someone said they heard Hughes say that something about it, he's not getting more than Nick Suzuki. He's not getting more than Nick Suzuki. That's why I'm quite confident it's going to be 7 or 8 years at 7.5, or exactly what Suzuki's getting, but no more. And believe me, I'm absolutely fine with that. If you don't know that Cole Caulfield is worth that money, then I don't know. Just under 6 minutes to go. They picked up another shot, Toronto. So, like I said, Montreal so far, they know they're not going to wow them offensively, but I think they're doing the job on the defensive side. Not giving them a lot to shoot at, clogging up the lanes, keeping them to the perimeter mostly. Not even giving them a ton of offensive zone possession, right? They don't have, you'd think they'd have way more than Montreal. They don't. Born to be Hab, I do not know that. You might be, they might be. I don't know, because I heard it earlier. People want to see Joshua Roy called up on an emergency basis. I don't know. They might be able to. I don't know. The thing is, I don't know if he has an NHL contract. I believe he signed an ELC, so I think they can call him up. But once again, I don't know. That I think only if they ran out of options with Laval, then they could do that. I think. I don't know. Gonna find out. I imagine. Steven, 7 for 7. That's because of Matt Boldy's contract. That's in the States. He's in Minnesota. I think you got to add some money to that for taxes and stuff. The difference here in Quebec. So I think it brings it up to 7.5, maybe 7.75. That's what I'm calling. Yeah, Bob, but I mean, Minnesota just gave Boldy, who's same draft class, I believe, and a former teammate in U.S. 7 times 7. I kind of think he's going to get comparable to that. A little higher, not much, but a little. I mean, I hope you're right though, but I can't. I don't think so. They're going to lock him up, and they want to lock him up. Oh, big save Monty on. I don't know who that was, but he was right there in the crease. They're going to lock him up for 8 years. They're not going to take a chance. Besides, locking him up for 8 years gives them a lower total. You give him a bridge deal, then by the time the bridge deal's done, you're paying. Remember PK Subban? Same thing. Don't do that. So we're almost out of this period. It's still 1-0. They have picked up a few shots. Toronto is 7-3 of a shot clock, but still low. That's a low total. Oh, Marner just broke away. It's 2 on. No. Anyway, his shot saved Monty. I don't. Was that a pass by Marner? I don't know whose pass that was. It was a good pass, and they scored. Marner got a chance. Monty made the save. I think the guy that went around the net, which was I think Marner, got the puck, crossed it or passed it back, cross ice, and the guy had an open net. Was it Marner? No, it wasn't Marner, but that guy's pass was good. Please don't tell me Bunting or something. I hate that guy. Born to be Hab, maybe, but I think 6 for the game. They just got their second, so they're doing their job. They picked it up because now shots are 9-3. So, as I said, there was a lot of hockey left for this to happen, and it's happening. So, is Yarn Krok with his 10th of the season, and that's from Timmins and Marner. So, Timmins made a really nice pass. I don't even know his first name. Who is that, Timmins? Is it somebody I should know, and I'm just blanking? Is it Trevor Timmins' kid? Is it Trevor Timmins? I don't know. Maybe that's where he went. At least looking for another one right here too. They're looking. They're not happy with just 2. They're gonna kick our ass tonight. Delayed penalty on Montreal, so doesn't get any better. Man, they almost scored right there. They're just swarming around now. Did that hit the post and stay out? And then it got, what was that? Is that a goal? I think they just put their third in. I could not tell what happened there. But did Timmins, totally hurt us? A lot of guys we're loving right now. He brought them in. So, not fair that. Kerfoot hit what happened there? They went again to commercial. They didn't show the goal. Oh, we needed to see this betting commercial because we don't need to see the goal right now. We need to know that we can bet right now. So, Adam, by the way, welcome in. Was that a goal or not? So it's still 2-0? It hit 2 posts. Wow. I think you will be up 4-0 soon enough. Hey, you're not going to be. You can brag all you want tonight, though. It's kind of, of course, the guy's going to kick our ass tonight. Montreal gave him a good first period, though. Yeah, good first period. After that, I don't know. We're going to find out, but Adam, don't worry. I know you. I know you're not. I'm just saying that, you could, but you guys are going to kick our ass tonight. Now, if Montreal manages to hold you off and then comes back, then if I were you, I'd worry, but I don't see it really happening. I'm just hoping it'll happen. Tonight, it's not on paper. It's not even matchup. No, definitely not. But we've seen Montreal do this to you guys before. Grimes, there's some AHL player. I'm just saying that, these guys that they've called up the prospects, they're trying to prove that they're NHL players. That's the, I wouldn't want to say that Harvey Pinard's an AHL player. He's an NHLer. He just hasn't fully made it yet. That's all. And he's probably going to be here now for the rest of the season. And, he might not go back to the AHL. It is my prediction that I made at the beginning of the season for Harvey Pinard. He'd be up somewhere around the halfway mark and probably not go back down. And that's what's happening, or may be happening. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Stephen Adams, a good guy. ASE, he's a good guy. He's not here to do any of that stuff. He's at Leafs fan that definitely I'm not timing him out and I'm not throwing him out because he's never been anything but polite and civil. So but what I mean, why I'm telling you that is we don't rag on Adam unless for fun, but not in a mean way. Just painting your ceiling and watching it dry. Is that you're saying it's more exciting than this game? 40 seconds to go here in the first. See, now Toronto's got their shots up. It's 12. That's more normal. There's a minute 24 left on their power play, so they'll, hopefully go into the second with power play time, or they're going to score a goal. Well, one of the two. Monty kept it out that time again. Good on Monty here so far. Here comes Nick. Short-handed. No, really close though. Good on Nick there. 55 seconds left in their power play. Okay, Monty held on to the puck there. And we're going to face off. Good save there. Another save. He made like a few saves there. A good one by Samsonov, too. That may be true, but Adam is definitely that diamond. He's been great ever since he's come into the channel the first time. Definitely of the Leafs fans that do come in and out, Adam is number one, without a doubt. We've got Adam and Zachary. Both of them have never given a problem here. .2 seconds left in the first. We'll get out of it with down 2-0. That's not too bad. They'll have 43 seconds of power play time to start the second. And there you go. All right. Well, down 2-0 after with everything that how I thought it might be. I can live with that. I just hope that it's they don't give up 2 in the second. Monty's been doing that though. He's been really good in his last. You take out the Florida game, which I don't blame him really for that. But if you take out that game, he's been really good in the last 5 games. Other than that, he's on a really good roll. He's going to do his best. I know that, and I really like Monty, especially right now. I've liked him ever since I think his second or third game. His first game, it was horrible. Yeah. But then he started to show hey, this guy maybe have something. And he's just gotten better over the time he's been here. And I like him. Yeah, Grimes, this is really taking it out, for that rivalry. Gotta admit, it's not as exciting tonight because of it, but it is what it is. Injuries are part of the game. But I think the Habs are playing better than I would have thought for the first period. So I'm glad to see that. Just I don't know how sustainable it is for the whole game. I dare say probably not very sustainable. Is it time to ship Primo out in a trade? No, not yet. Does it mean they won't? No, it doesn't mean they won't. But no, I don't think so. Oh yeah, Huzu in 3-4 years for sure. We'll be back to those crazy rivalry games, and then the tide's going to turn because they're more than likely going to start to drop a little bit, and it's how it goes. But I'm hoping we'll get a 2-3 good years of a really good rivalry where both teams are good, and when they play, the games are amazing. Yeah, Grimes. We're nice to see Boston. Boston, I believe, is the next game on Tuesday. So we get Toronto today and Boston on Tuesday. So first game of the season for Boston, and only 3 times this year, which is crazy. So yeah, it seems like it's not really an official season if you haven't played Boston and Toronto yet. Anyway, looking forward to the future with this team, and not really looking forward to the next 35 games. Unless I don't know, maybe they'll surprise us and play better than we think. I don't know. Maybe they'll make a move. Maybe this will prompt them to make. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Got a guest. How long you been sitting there?
A couple of minutes, not a big deal.
And I thought I was. Oh wait, Pete's supposed to show up, and I looked, and you were there.
No worries, brother.
Sorry about that. Really, I forgot even what I was saying. Yeah, I don't remember what I was saying now. Jeez. All right, so how you hanging in there, bud? I know Pete was really upset. He texted me. I didn't have a chance. I just found out not that long ago when I was working on trying to get a video out. So I told Matt, and then Pete texted me right after that, and he's like, oh, and he was freaking out. I was too, to be honest with you. I was not far behind, your emotions this morning. I really wasn't. It hit me like a punch to me. I read it. I was like,
no. I was
me.
sitting there enjoying the sunrise this morning, and then from there it just went downhill.
You got notified on your phone?
Yeah.
Yes, it's just I saw it on Twitter. I was scrolling and I saw it, and I almost didn't believe what I was reading. I had to look at it 3 times and go, wait. And I thought, well, it's not April. No. So I Googled it because it had happened 5 minutes before. The announcement was 5 minutes before I saw it. I Googled it, and it's all December 12th and last year injuries. Like, no, this is not, can't be. I go back, and it's like, yeah. And then it was confirmed. But there was no info at the time. So I made a video, but I didn't have a lot of info when I made the video.
No,
there was nothing.
My Twitter went off, and it was just like bang, 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 bang. I'm like, no, this is gonna be a joke.
Yeah, it's got somebody. But I saw it was Eye on the Prize where I got the notification.
Oh, I got it from NHL.com.
So I'm going, but they don't do. It's not April 1st. That's not a joke. And then my heart fell. I was looking forward to this game so much, so much. I thought Caulfield is a great time. Show up Matthews.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
It's a good matchup. You see on my thumbnail. He's on my thumbnail.
Yeah. I was thinking Caulfield was going to dance circles around Matthews.
Or at least compete with him.
I was hoping that, both number one lines would go against each other.
Yeah.
I honestly think our number one line is with Doc, Caulfield, and Suzuki. I want to say it's better.
Yeah, I want to say that too, but look, reality says
it's not
right now. It's not yet.
Not yet. But give it a few years.
But these are young kids against, they're 23, 22, and 21 when you talk about Doc, Suzuki, and Caulfield, right?
Yep.
It wasn't in the right order that I gave the ages and the names, but at least on Toronto, they're older. So, in a few years, how good is this team, is that line or those players going to be? And Doc
going to be
is
tremendous.
Really coming out and showing his strength. I love that about what I'm seeing in his game.
You got to remember, they want to have 2 strong lines, one with Suzuki at center and one with Doc at center. So
that's the plan right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So I see them, working their magic in the draft. I'm depressed with what happened today, but I'm not.
Well, it kind of cements that they're gonna be on the bottom.
Somewhere. Yeah, and the wonderful thing is, like, we have a management group that is just Hughes can work magic, and so can Gordon. Like, they're gonna do their thing, and they're gonna surprise us. They'll bring in.
Yeah, my only question on them is, and we could be angry about this, but we don't know everything. But my question is, why was he playing for what I'm going to assume is 18 games? Because it looks like it was the Calgary game on the 12th, the Trevor Lewis hit. Why are you taking such a chance in a season that means nothing? So there's an explanation. I don't know what it is, but
I
I'm
think it's
not
because
going to
they wanted to
get
stay
to
competitive, Rick. I really
yeah,
think
but
they wanted to stay competitive, and
does that make sense really to take a chance with Cole Caulfield to do that? I think
well,
there's something else there. I think it's to do with the All-Star break. Because he didn't get named to the All-Star break, and a week later
which is
they
a
did
crock of
this.
shit.
So
Pardon my
yeah, no, I
language.
get
Sorry.
that. So I think there's something in there between the agent wanting him to, but really, why did they take a chance like that? There's got to be an explanation. I don't know what it is. I know a lot of fans are mad about it, but we don't know what the answer is, and the answer could be very valid, and we just don't know what it is. So I'm not going to get
And
too upset.
we'll never know. Well, I shouldn't say we'll never.
We may
know.
never know. We may never know. You're right.
No,
we may never know.
But you know what? Everything happens for a reason, and damn it, it sucks right now. But come at the end of the season, after trade deadline, all that kind of stuff, we'll be smiling. We'll be like, okay, we're heading in the right direction. And,
we are. Yeah, I think
things are really going to be moving quickly.
Well, quickly, or I mean, we're giving it 2-3 years. I don't think it's going to go quicker than that.
That's faster than Toronto.
Yeah, but that's, I don't know. It's not for me. That's not a competition. When they're there, then we got the competition on. But it's going to be, it's gonna. There's it's a silver lining, or that it's going to help that. And it's organic. We can hold our heads up.
Maybe the injury wasn't as bad up until just recently. Maybe
that could be. That could be.
Too. Like my right shoulder was bad, but when I slipped on the ice and ruptured the tendon, that's when it became worse.
Yeah, right? So I mean, it's possible that something happened that just made it that much. So he couldn't go on the rest.
Exactly, one of those.
That's why I said there could be an explanation like that. Well, it looks really bad, but it might be a really valid explanation for why this happened. Now, the other question: can you imagine he would have had how many goals more? Would you think he could have had more goals in those 18 games if he wasn't injured? Right? I mean, that can't change, obviously. But can you imagine if he wasn't injured? 18 more games. I'm saying he'd be in the middle. He'd be in mid-30s. He'd be looking at 40 goals already.
I said down
the road a little bit.
Yeah, like I said to you before, I think he would have been close to 40.
This would have been a season of him challenging, I dare say, 60 goals this year.
Yeah, I think I said 38 to 40 goals for him for this year.
Yeah, but think about what he's doing. He did with almost half the games he played. He was hurt.
Yeah.
So
but see, didn't he take a bit of a nasty hit in the game the other night?
There was probably something that didn't look bad, but it probably was the thing that made this happen, because apparently
it just pushed it over the edge.
He had a medical update, or they looked at it again Friday night. That's when this decision was made. Was last night. So probably something. It's a good chance something on Thursday could have happened, because he played the whole game, but it was also a rough and tumble game. So there might have been enough of a hit or something that happened that caused it to get a little worse. They said, that's it. We're not taking any more chances. We're shutting you down now. But before that, it might not have been something that the doctor said. It probably won't get worse, and it won't, like that kind of thing. But we don't know.
There was a hit that he took, and when he fell to the ice, he sprawled like the same kind of fall that I took when I slipped on the ice. And it was arms out in front.
I think it might have happened, because I've been trying to think about that. Did we see anything? There's something, it's like at the back of my head, but it won't come into focus over the last few games. But I don't know if I'm right. So,
but see, if you get that tear, like my tendon in the back of the shoulder ruptured, there's no way. Like, I can't toss a lacrosse ball with my girls. I can't do nothing. There's no way you can wind up and let that slap shot go. And you know what? For the most part, his slap shot was working up until just recently, the past few games. And then the other night,
it seemed like it wasn't accurate.
Exactly. So it was hindrance. And then the other night, I got a little upset because I saw him get thrown to the ice, sort of thing, and I was like, "Where's the call on that?"
Yeah, it's probably something like
nothing.
that
And that's
triggered them
because
to shut him down.
his arms went out straight in front of him as he went
Yeah.
down, and I was like,
Yeah.
"What the hell? No call?"
Yeah, I've had
And
shoulder
that's
injuries, so I know because I've got my AC joints on both my shoulders popped up. So I know what it's like, and it's and the fact that he's got to be shut down the rest of the season and have surgery, that it's a serious thing. Like there's some kind of serious injury that I don't know. Why wasn't he shut down earlier? I don't know.
now I don't know if everybody out there knows this, but with shoulder surgeries, um, it's second in line. It's only behind pregnancy or giving birth, pain wise. Number one is from what I've been told by a couple of really knowledgeable surgeons and nurses. Number one is birth. Number two is shoulder surgeries.
Really, eh?
Really, and I was like, really? And she's
Yeah.
like, you got to remember, there's a lot of tiny tendons in there
Yeah.
that control your arm movement, and your arm movement, it's a major part of your life. Everything, like, look at me, I'm sitting here
sure.
talking with my hands, right?
Of
Your
course,
arm
no, of
movement.
course. I lived for a while where I could not do that. Like I couldn't go farther than that without having to like move my whole body to get the arm up.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
this is
I
is
know.
my left arm, and look, like
Yeah.
I've got
Well, now
full
I can
range
do
of
both.
motion.
But I
Yeah,
couldn't do that.
this one not so much yet, but my left, like
Yeah.
I'm back up to I can do a 45-pound press over the shoulder, no problem now.
Well, I can't
Which
because
is,
I'm out of shape, but I could now.
but like he's gonna come back stronger
Oh
than
yeah,
he
he
was
is.
before,
Yeah.
and all the small, like what I was getting at with that comment earlier in the chat there, his trainers are going to now target all the small muscles on his body. His big muscles are all well developed, right? As everybody, when they work out, they develop the big muscles
Oh yeah,
first.
yeah. The
So
muscles in
now they're going to,
support.
now
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
supporting muscles, all
yeah,
the
yeah,
little ones, they're
yeah,
going to get the work out of their life, and
yeah.
he's going to come back. He'll probably come back faster, stronger. He'll be like the $6 million man.
Well, I was about to say we can rebuild him. I swear you made me think of that.
The was going in my head.
Listen, when he gets the puck, if you start hearing that, you know what happened, right? If the screen
Exactly.
goes and it slows down, then it's in slow. He got bionic arms or whatever.
Half the people on the chat probably have no idea what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah, I know. We're having fun.
Oh my god.
Hey, Luca, I noticed Luca out there. He says, "Are we going to win a game the rest of the season?" We have 6 NHL forwards tonight.
We'll win a
thoughts for
game
Cole
or two.
Caulfield for a speedy recovery. Prayers for me are going to do absolutely nothing in my head, but yeah,
we'll win a game or two. But we're not going to win 10 games.
Apparently, his agent said that he could have kept playing, but one wrong movement would have complicated things a lot more. They got to the point with it. Well, maybe Luca can explain that. Luca's going to be a doctor. They must have got to the point with it that it got to where it could get hurt more, and then they said, "Well, we're not taking that chance." So,
it's your star player.
they can't. Yeah, exactly.
You guys were talking earlier in the chat about how much you're thinking he's going to get paid. I think he's going to be within $1 million or so of Suzuki. Like he's not going to get Suzuki money or close. He'll be really close to it.
He's going to get really close. I think I really think it's going to be 7 or 8 years at 7.5.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
and there is also another path that they could go down. They could do a short-term contract and say, let's see what you produce.
Remember PK Subban when you say that. Remember they did that with PK Subban and then had to pay him $9 million on the end of that because he proved himself. Cole Caulfield's going to do that. So you say you give him a 3-year deal at the end of that 3, he's making 10 or 11. Whereas you can sign him up for 7 or 8 right now. You do it now. That's how I see it.
Oh, for sure. And that would be the wise way to do it. But then there's also, they could be thinking, I don't know. It's so hard to tell with this new regime. I mean, if it was Bergevin in there, I'd say no. They're just going to sign him for a couple of years and take their chances and see what comes. But
no, even Bert. No, I think he learned his lesson with Subban.
You think so? I don't know,
how
man.
could you not? I mean, that really bit them in the ass.
I don't know.
Really bit them in the ass. Lucas says he can't make any comments without knowing what he actually has or the severity of the injury. I agree with that. I mean, we can all guess what it might be, but we don't know. And there's a lot of different things.
There's no sense in guessing.
There's a lot of different things it could be that we can guess all we want until we know. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm glad they pulled him. And that may upset some people out there in the chat, and I apologize for that. But I'm glad they pulled him. I mean, he's one of the cornerstones of our.
No, exactly. How could that upset anybody? I mean, they're shutting him down for a reason, so that he doesn't get hurt worse, and then his future could be in. That
jeopardy.
I gotta assume
it could be in jeopardy,
right? So I don't think his agent would want to have that happen. I don't think he's going to support the Habs if it was the opposite. I don't think he's going to come out and say what he said to back up the Habs if he thinks his client was mistreated or wasn't done right. So
exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So yeah. Guru says 6 wins, 30 losses the rest of the way. We're back, by the way, for the second period. You want to hang around or?
Sure, if you want me to stick around, I'll stick around.
You, but we're gonna do some. I don't know. It's a weird night.
You do your play-by-play, and I'll chime in every now and again.
I'm gonna try. Are you watching it on CBC?
I am watching it on one of my UHD channels.
Oh, okay, it is on CBC, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
It's an easy watch.
I'm sitting at 1920.
Oh yeah, you're almost 30 seconds behind me.
Yeah, well, that's the West Coast for you.
Yeah, so just that's why I'm offering you. It might not be as enjoyable to watch the game.
Oh no, I don't.
When you're following behind like that,
I don't mind. It's all good.
I find it so annoying when, I don't mind being the one ahead, but when Matt's ahead, and then I find it so annoying. I gotta say, so it's not my favorite thing. I like when I'm ahead.
16-4 shots on goal. Wow.
They killed off the penalty, so that's good. Yep. What was left of it. Right now, it's at almost a minute and a half in for this second period. They're in the Habs zone, which is not a surprise, but I haven't been following. I mean, I think so far Montreal's done pretty good to keep the score down, even though it's 2-0.
For sure. Dude, they're doing great. I mean,
hey, boom, they scored. Suzuki to Andy, boom. It's 2-1. Beautiful pass.
Andy will get more ice time now.
Oh, yeah. Cross-ice pass to Anderson, and he makes no mistake about it. Let me see it again. Suzuki down the left. No, how did that work out? Pitlick, Suzuki over to Anderson.
Yeah.
So Suzuki was in the slot. He just dished it off to the side to Andy after Pitlick gave it to him. And no doubt about that.
See, don't count the boys out.
2-1.
We're still in it.
That would be great. I mean, if they can somehow pull off a win here, it would be amazing.
Oh, it'd be wonderful. But
the fool in the rain is in the room. Hey, welcome to the channel. That's a different name.
I like it. And like I said, X3J, nice to see. Well, I can't see you, but thanks for saying nice to see you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Ando getting some more ice time. This is going to be nice.
Okay, we're 2 minutes in. 5 shots, 1 goal for Montreal. Like that. I love that. Show up their goalie. It looks like he gave him a little bit of a lift there.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we got an offside here. So we're 2 minutes and 15 into the second period. Habs with a goal. And we got a 2-1 game. Andy said Caulfield. Andy's got a good shot. You're actually a Bruins fan cheering on the Habs? Awesome. No worries. I don't cheer for the Bruins unless they're playing against the Leafs. Then I cheer for them. So, yeah. Thanks for being in. You're definitely welcome.
I hate the bloody Leafs. Oh, I hate them.
All right. I think a puck just went out as I looked up. So we have a face-off in front of Monty. And we just got to watch Gretzky and McDavid do a betting commercial. Isn't there two guys in this world that needed the
Gretzky
money?
needs no more money.
They really, if they didn't do that commercial, I don't know how they would have put food on their table. So good to see that, eh?
I mean, Gretzky could be living off the money that his daughter's making, for Christ's sake.
Jesus, both of them don't need money. Yet, hey, there they are taking money out of your rent, off your table if you're a gambler. Hey, Marwisk, how you doing, man?
I don't think Mashar's coming up yet.
Yeah, I agree with. I agree with. I don't even know your name now. With Pete, it's okay. The shrooms, you know. Yeah, I don't think Mashar this year. I don't.
I'm going for red wine to this now. So.
What are you doing?
I'm going from red wine to mezcal.
Ah, mezcal. Is that mezcal? Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Tequila.
You know me.
What was that song? That there was a song that the only words were tequila.
Tequila.
That's it.
Yep.
Okay, we're working down to 4 minutes gone in the second. Not yet, but soon.
The fact that we're keeping Marner and Tavares and Matthews and Nylander quiet.
So far, love to see it.
Touch wood. Touch wood.
Yeah, knock wood. I like the way the game's going so far. I still don't expect Montreal to win, but they're competitive. They're staying with them right now.
Hey, what's the one thing we've always said, Rick? We want to be competitive, right?
That's it.
I really don't give a shit if. Well, I do give a shit if we lose. But
no, but not this year. I mean, this year, this year is what it is.
Yeah, we're doing good. I don't want to see, I got a bad feeling that we're going to overwork the likes of, Anderson and Suzuki and whatnot. I don't want to see that.
No, because I think they're not going to be afraid to play the kids. So I don't think that'll happen.
I haven't seen Belzile on the ice yet.
Yeah,
he's dressed for tonight.
Has he? I've seen him out there, number 60. The Fool in the Rain. Big Bobby Orr fan here. As far as his hockey, not his personal views, but I'm one of the people that always says, when asked about best player ever, Bobby Orr, best player ever to lace up a pair of skates in the NHL, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm part of that fan club.
Who doesn't love Bobby Orr? And who doesn't love Gordie Howe? You're a fool.
Price hasn't retired yet, but probably will in the next 3-4 years. Marwisk, I just think there's guys ahead of him that I don't know if they're going to move him up for that. And I don't know what an emergency recall like that would have to be. There would have to be nobody on the Rocket that they could call up, I think. Anyway, I don't know for sure. Hey, enjoy the dream life. There's another Leafs fan. More than 2 drinks a week puts you in a high risk of getting cancer. Apparently, drinking any alcohol, not good for you.
Oh, well.
Canada has changed that in their whatever they did recently. No amount of alcohol apparently is healthy.
Nothing's healthy for you today.
Welcome to the club. I smoke. So welcome to the club, Pete. Nobody can say to me, well, you shouldn't do that. Have a beer. No, it's just as bad. And the reason my voice is so bad, I'm still recovering from COVID. That's where it's left me. The voice.
With the drinking thing, I'm East Indian. That's all we do. So I got that.
I don't think being East Indian means that you need to be that to drink a lot. I mean, Doesn't matter where you are. A lot of people say that. But okay, we'll go with that, Pete.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, Boozer. Speaking of boozer or booze, is Boozer who doesn't drink. He says, "How are you, Pete?"
I'm good, Booza. How are you?
If we get Connor B in the draft, Price will come back. No, Price isn't going to come back because his knee is no good. He's not coming back for any other reason than his knee is good.
I don't see Price coming back. He's loving life. He's up, hunting.
Huzu, I think you're right about that. The red wine, it's not because of the alcohol. It's, if anything, it would be healthier without it, I guess. I don't know. Can you do that? I don't know.
Hey.
Fool says it's Saturday. Enjoy your poisons, then confess on Sunday. There you go.
Confess what? My wife's not here. My wife's with her dad over on the mainland. I'm loving life. Oh, we should have had something there.
I wasn't even looking. I'm sorry. I apologize tonight about not looking at the game much, but it's just I'd rather talk to y'all in the chat right now. Although they're playing well. I mean, so far, not a complaint about the way they're playing tonight.
I hate that son of a
Pete
bitch.
just gave everybody on.
No, I'm sorry. Not everybody here.
You got to remember that, though. I know you did that to the TV, but you got to remember where you are.
Yeah, sorry. I Matthew, they did a little.
Oh, then it's okay if it's the Matthews.
Oh, I hate that kid.
Yeah, I really do too.
And it's not even because of his talent. I mean, he came into the league. He came into the league. He got away with the shit that he got away with in the beginning,
and then he's just a guy that starts fights and stands around and lets his mates.
Yeah, he's a coward.
Finish it. He's a coward, exactly.
He's a coward, and then you throw a couple of hits, and then when you get hit, you do the old Sidney Crosby and whine and cry. Like, come on, be a man. Nothing against Sidney Crosby, but neither player likes to be hit. Nobody likes to be hit.
Nobody likes to be hit. Sidney Crosby doesn't like a lot of the other stuff that goes on with it. I think
he doesn't like to clutch and grab, and I get that. I get that.
I mean, and he gets clutched and grabbed a lot. And you're right. It's the antioxidants. I know, but now the alcohol is no good. So, what is good? Anything that you like to do is no good for you. So,
hey, anything you don't like to do is no good for you. So, you know what? Just live your life. That's
nothing good for you anymore. Nothing's good anymore.
At least tequila, there's zero sugar, zero saturated fats, all that kind of crap. So that's why I drink tequila so much.
There you go.
Stay away from the whiskeys.
I just stay away from alcohol. But born to be a Hab. What's wrong with the Leafs? They're the Leafs. That's what's wrong with them. Montreal's just really doing a good job here. Surprisingly,
Montreal's skating.
But I mean, they're really
Montreal is skating,
holding them back. They're getting the shots, the Leafs, but I don't know. Monty and Luck.
No, the boys are skating, Rick. The kids are.
They love. I think this team, as far as these players, love this goalie. Is lucky. I mean, he's just moving around and it's hitting them. They love Cole Caulfield. I think down to a man. They really love him. He's their morale. This guy just lifts them all the time. He's always doing something to make people happy, and I think they're rallying behind him. And that's what you're seeing. Is Samsonov out? What happened?
We should have this game from. I know I'm 30 seconds behind you, but this game should be tied.
Okay, Samsonov's on the ice. Something's wrong. I think Murray's coming in.
This game should be tied.
He got lucky there. Oh, he might have hurt himself spinning around and on the post. He banged his head.
It kind of looked like, to me, from a distance, from what I could see, it looked like a groin.
Oh, yeah, he didn't bang his head. You're right. He might have pulled something. Yeah, you might be right. I thought he might have banged his head there. He did not at all.
See?
Yep. Oh, there, the splits.
There
and the
it is,
turn.
right there. Oh,
yeah, the splits and then the turnover.
Oh, yeah.
But he's staying in the game.
He's not moving his legs.
No, he's staying in the game.
Now we need to get some shots on him, like Toot Sweet. Hey, I said something French. Toot Sweet.
Exactly. Beba, you're right. The kids have a chance to step up here and prove that they're NHL players. Everyone's calling them right here in the chat. AHL players. Harvey Pinard, Ullinen, they got a chance to show themselves and prove themselves. Even a guy like Belzile.
Hey, everybody is on the same plane as Jack Guy. Jack Guy took advantage of his chance. Now everybody else needs to step up and take advantage of their chance.
And you know what else? That shows that there's the talent there now of the player that they can do that, where we haven't had that. But these new guys, and we want to make, is it just someone just badmouthed Timmins earlier? But if it wasn't for those picks and these guys that came from them, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't put Trevor Timmins down. He wasn't perfect, but nobody is. And he made some good picks in the last 3-4 years. There's no way we did not have prospects like this. Someone got hurt. It was the guy coming in could barely fill in. Like Michael Blunden, my nose is blocked. Guys like that, it's not the same anymore. All right, we have 12:15 to go in the second. Shots are now 19-10, and that 19's been sitting there for a bit. And it's 2-1, Toronto over Montreal.
Well, they're dominating us in the same face-off wins, percentage-wise.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, they're not dominating us on the scoreboard, that's for sure, or on the ice necessarily either. See, this is what happens in this rivalry. It's kind of like Boston and Montreal. If Montreal can be shitty, you go get to the playoffs against Boston, Montreal is going to win 9 out of 10 times. And it's the same thing though with Toronto and Montreal. There's this Toronto's they grip their sticks tighter when they're playing against Montreal.
No matter how much the refs help them out.
No matter how much the refs help them out.
Got to throw that in there.
I've got the rule about the guy in the crease from Florida game. That was no goal. There's no doubt about that it was no goal. There should not even have been an interpretation made on it. Really? There was no goal. All they had to do was establish that Tkachuk was in the crease and Monty didn't have full access to his crease. That was it. No goal.
I think I said that in the chat or something.
Oh, I have the rule. I can put it up right now. I have the rule.
Yeah, put it up.
I did it in
because
the pregame
I
show.
said to you in the chat, I said, damn it, Tkachuk's foot impeded.
I took it out. I took it out, but it's in my pregame show.
Diving? Like, that should be a dive.
Oh, I missed it. If you're seeing it, I missed it.
Samsonov totally dove through the stick and everything. Like, that should be a diving penalty.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt that the refs have a bias against Montreal. There's a body of work to show it, and there's no doubt.
Oh, nice hit.
Toronto with a shot. Good save by Monty, but he doesn't hang on to the rebound. They still have the puck, but now they're to the perimeter. It's in the corner. We're at the halfway mark of the second. Just approaching it. Shot from the point. Wide. Or off somebody who went wide. I know I've done no play-by-play. I'm sorry, guys, tonight. Montreal trying to get it out. They're not able to really get possession to get it out. Shot. No, I thought that was going to be a shot. A good whatever. You had me fooled. They just can't get that penalty coming up. Cross check, I bet you, to Montreal. Oh, no. I thought the guy had his hand up. Good. That's good. Not a penalty. You should have taken that shot, man. But there's a
Jesus
whistle,
Christ.
so I don't know what the whistle's for now.
Who's getting worked over in front of the net by Savard?
I'm
at 9:25.
I don't know from back there. Absalom fell on his ass again. Sundin was pushed into the goalie there. If anybody's wondering. And they got to a TV break. That was some good action there.
Savard was working somebody over in front of the net. I thought he was going to get penalized if he wasn't careful. Yeah, see that? Did you see that little dive by the goaltender there?
He fell on his
Now
ass.
that should have been a penalty. I mean,
What do
come
you mean?
on.
I didn't see anybody around him. He just fell.
Yeah, he just fell. No, but I'm calling what happened to Monty there.
Oh,
Granted, our Montreal player pushed him, but
no, he was pushed
right in.
He was
but
pushed
still, he could have avoided Monty.
Really? I didn't. I didn't look at it maybe as closely as you did, but it didn't look like that to me. It didn't look like he could avoid that.
Well, it's commercial. I'll rewind.
Hey, I'm going to call you fool because it's too hard to say all of that. But if you think 2021 was bad, I think 2022 and 23 said, "Hold my beer," because the refs are even worse this year.
I don't think I think the refs need to be re-educated. Honestly,
absolutely, it's kind of like the police. I'd see it a lot like how the police are.
Or bring up the bring up the Q refs, bring up the
no, they got to change their way of. They got to change the way of doing things, of how their natural instincts are to make calls. There's something wrong with how they're taught.
They're very inconsistent.
Or there's no good candidates out there, and everyone's incompetent because these are the best guys they could get. Well, what does that mean? It's like it's across the board for all the refs in the NHL now. So, a bunch of incompetent Fs. I'm not going to say the word because I want to, though.
I've been to a couple of WHL games out here, and the refereeing is just...
Refereeing this year, it's hard to sit through his last comment there. It's infuriating. It's infuriating how bad the refs
are. It is. It's hard to sit through a game, I'm not going to lie. Like when Bedard was here and playing against the Victoria Royals, that was just...
Yeah, I can only imagine how bad it is in the lower leagues.
It was gross. Some of the stuff that they missed was just obscene.
So I think it's incompetent people mixed up with incompetent people teaching them.
Well, you'd think that they have courses that they go through. Like, granted, they're busy. I'm not going to say that they're not busy. They're doing a lot of games. They're on the plane a lot, but still, they should be watching some kind of videos, something.
They get better, and they need to answer for their calls.
Yes, they do.
And I think that would tighten up they'd tighten up a lot more if they had to sit in front of the media and answer for the bad calls. I think you'd see better officiating.
Oh, buddy, if they had to sit in front of the media, they'd get torn apart.
But they don't sit in front of the media for a reason, because the NHL, it's on purpose. They want this. They want the refs. It's to get the American
viewer. They want
viewer.
Controversy.
That's what the American viewer likes, and that's what they're trying to create.
Like if there's any American viewers out there, I apologize, but
I don't apologize.
The Americans love this puck that has the red little tail that when it's being passed around and shot and shit like that. Like, give me a freaking break.
They love the controversy, the anger, the fighting, the horrible hits. They love it.
I like the fighting. I love the fighting.
No, okay, but I'm putting the whole thing. There's a lot of that I don't love. Right. So, but they love that. And it's clear that the NHL is gearing towards attracting American viewers,
which is pathetic.
And also the gambling. How do we know some of this isn't the reason the bad calls aren't because they know the numbers for the bets and they're trying to control how that comes out?
Please don't.
We don't know that. That's corruption, and I believe there's corruption in this garbage with the betting. So some of these calls could be because they want this team to win because they don't want to pay out a lot of money, or the whatever. It's just I don't know. Gambling shouldn't be in
I
sport,
can't get.
and it causes a lot of this kind of shit.
Exactly. Remember what happened to Pete Rose?
Right. How can that happen to Pete Rose and now they're in bed with it?
Right. Here's the guy that'll never make it into the Hall of Fame just because he bet on his. I don't want to
not
believe
on his
what
own
you're throwing
team.
out
Even
there.
they didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know if they proved that he bet on his own team, but the
No,
point
he
is,
did.
how do you do that to a guy? And now you're sleeping with that enemy.
He did not bet on any games that he played in.
Habs just tied it
or
up
on his own team.
Sorry, Habs just tied it up. I didn't see it, but I see the celebration. Pizzetta? Harvey Pinard. Harvey Pinard just tied it up.
It's got to be coming. Right now, they're Savard up to Pizzetta.
Nice pass
line.
up there. Nice pass to get it up there.
Yeah, 49. Who's
Pizzetta,
49?
Harvey Pinard just cleaned up Pizzetta's rebound.
So that's our kid line. That's our kid line with Pizzetta.
Beautiful. Harvey Pinard doing a Brendan Gallagher. That was a Brendan Gallagher right there.
See? Yeah. There's the future Gallagher. I call
That's a Gallagher goal. Tell me that's not a Gallagher goal.
That's a full Gallagher goal. That's what I love about this kid.
That's why they call him Lavalliger in Laval.
Oh,
and he wears the number 11 in Laval.
Love this kid.
His second goal.
He even looks like Gallagher. Look at him.
I'm telling you, they call him Lavalliger. There's a lot of reasons that he plays just like it, and that was a freaking Brendan Gallagher goal.
Look at the porn stash. And Toronto must have come into this thinking, this is going to be an easy game.
Wait, I'm looking at the chat. I'm not sure what you guys are saying. Steven Suzuki, so he has 65 NHL goals. How many assists? Anything is possible with gambling. Yeah. You lose your house, your family, your car, your job. Anything's possible with gambling.
Not going to go into this too deep, but
you're starting to make me want to do the same.
Stay away from the gambling, folks. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Born to be a Hab. What you're seeing, I think, is the Leafs is the reason why we beat them in that series. It's the reason why they, over the last, say, 5, 6, 7 years, they haven't got that incredible record against us where we don't beat them at all. There's something in that rivalry. It makes their players grip their sticks tight on a lot of games. And,
honestly, it's the Leafs come in, they want to play the finesse game. You're not going to get away with a finesse game with Montreal. You cannot do that. Well, at least the Leafs can. And then they panic. They get scared. And, when you have the likes of an Edmondson and you've got a Jack Eye and you got these big Doc.
Pound them. They hate that shit.
Right?
Yeah.
They're scared to go into the corners. They're scared to go up against the boards.
They don't like to be hit. There's no heart here in them, their players. That's the problem. I've been saying it for years, and this is the big problem, is they don't have what's here. Right? I believe that. That's the problem. It's why they don't win in the playoffs. And, yeah.
You've got to have heart. You've got to have drive, and they don't have this.
They don't. I believe that to my core. They don't have that. That's what's wrong. And that's why they haven't won a cup. And
they want to score the pretty goals. They want to score the fancy pretty
And they don't
goals.
want to pay the price to do it, though. They don't want to pay the price to do that. Whereas
no, they don't.
A goal like you just saw from Harvey Pinard, it's not like the Leafs don't score any of that, but they don't have the players that want it so bad that they'll get in there and risk their bodies to score that goal.
Exactly. Who's a league thinks that he still thinks that the Leafs are going to win by 4?
And they might. I'm not saying that we got this game.
They may. They may. The way the boys are playing tonight, I don't know. Right
They
now, I
might
wouldn't
not.
put
Montreal could just as easily win. It's 2-2. There's still a lot of
exactly.
hockey left. So the Leafs could come out in the third and totally whip our ass, but they might not. Doesn't look like they will.
I think our boys are gonna. I think our kids are gonna start doing the big. Hey, we're in this game.
And they're
Let's
playing
start
for Cole
roughhousing
tonight.
a little bit more.
They're winning this one for Cole tonight.
And the other thing is, and correct me if I'm wrong, or if you know, are they playing a defensive Letowski game?
That I couldn't tell you. Honestly, I really couldn't tell you.
Think back to the way Letowski played.
Yeah, I know. No, I don't. I know who he is and knew who he was as a player. Had his card, but I don't remember him as a player like on the ice very much.
They're playing a game. They're getting in the lanes. They're doing all the little things.
They're doing it when you don't have enough firepower and you got to stop a team with firepower. They're doing what they got to do, keeping
The
them
little
to
things.
the perimeter as much as they can and
See,
blocking
they're
the
using the
shooting lanes.
boards. They're using the boards. They're not going
Blocking
to
the
the center of
shooting
the ice.
lanes, trying to cut down the cross ice, but they're not fully doing that. But that's what you're seeing them do, I think. Is that
They're
a
playing
Letowski
outside.
game? I don't
They're
know.
playing outside. That's what they're doing. They're keeping the play outside. You can't score if you're outside.
If this is designed by Trevor Letowski, I'm going to call him the Big Letowski. 4:05.
That's all Letowski ever did. Is he always pushed the play out to the boards?
Well, you got to keep a team like that. I mean, you got to keep them out of the middle. You got to
take the puck out of the middle, put it out to the boards,
push them to the perimeter.
Look at this! Look at this! That should have been a goal.
And they're focused. They look really focused. They're in this game.
The Leafs thought they were going to walk
Surprised
all
the hell
over
out of me, but man, they're in this game.
This is
and anybody
hilarious.
wondering about Nick Suzuki's leadership, well, I think you're looking at some
good
leadership
that's here. A nice hit by Suzuki. I don't want him doing that shit.
Dave, I don't think they're going to kick Toronto's ass, but I think they could squeeze by possibly, maybe overtime, but it's a possibility. If they keep playing like this, and they can do another period like this. Yeah. But kick their ass? No, I don't really see that.
Physically, maybe.
They could win by more than a goal, but it's not going to be an ass kicking. I think.
No, it's not going to be an ass kicking on the score sheet, but I think physically we could totally kick their ass tonight.
Well, I was talking about the score.
Look at this. That should have been a goal right there. It went up. Did it go off the crossbar?
I didn't see that. I totally missed that.
This is turning out to be a good, eventful game. I'm liking it.
Man, they've had a few chances. How did he keep that out, man? They've had a few chances here. And you got to think Toronto is going like, are they like, how is this happening? It's that Montreal Toronto thing. And then they grip their sticks tighter because they think it's like, it becomes like, is this inevitable? It's just like that playoff series. Oh, no.
I see what you were saying. How did he keep that out of the net? I saw that. Wow.
But they're getting some good chances there. Hell, his own player almost put it through the 5-hole. I just saw that. Sandin. He almost put it through the 5-hole.
Lucas Miller. Matheson scores a game-winning goal and then comes home to his cozy, quiet bed in Pointe Claire.
Well, that'd be cool.
That'd be awesome
for him.
Oh my God! How did he keep that out?
I didn't see the crossbar thing, so. Wow, Savard's out there for over 2 minutes on this shift. Got 7 defensemen. Why is the guy playing 2 minutes on a shift? In a 2-2 game as well. Get him off of there.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's going to give up a goal.
Isn't 49 Savage's old number?
Yes.
It is, I think.
Yes, it is.
His kid looks just like him, eh? Have you seen his kid?
Yeah, he does look a lot like him. Monty just hung on to that puck, so that allows Savard at least to get off.
Savard's going on 2.5 minutes. Wow. Jesus.
Full and right. I don't know where you are though. Where are you?
Well, he's talking about
I can't do play-by-play tonight. It's just not going to happen. I'm going to do a little bit here and there, but it's not going to be.
Do you want me to leave so
not
you can do the
It's not you
play-by-play?
at all. It's not you. I didn't do a lot in the first period either.
Okay.
I'm going to try, but we're almost out. It's a minute 25 to go in this period. Shots are 23-22. Favor Toronto, so we're right there. It's a 2-2 game, but somebody just picked up a penalty. I think Toronto. Looks like Montreal is going to go on the power play with 1:21 left in this second. Dave, if I misread you, I'm sorry. I apologize. It is not just up to Monty to keep the Habs in the game, but he's been doing that. Monty's playing well. No complaints about Monty.
What did the old Giordano do? He's skating off to the bench. I missed it.
Lucas says his sister was at a car show today. Price was there. He says, happy to see that they're sticking around Montreal and probably helping the organization. I read something a couple of weeks ago where it was from his wife's Instagram. They are going to be going back to BC soon. That's what they said. So, yeah, I don't think he's sticking around for the whole season.
Well, spring is coming, so beer season's coming. So that's probably why he's coming.
Yeah,
back.
They're heading back to BC.
Yeah,
be closer to family, she said, and I forget the other reason.
There may be that, but I know he likes to hunt, so he's probably
definitely right.
He's probably looking to do some bear hunting.
And the fact that they're going to do that, I mean, he's not not practicing at all. He's not doing anything right now still.
No, he looks good. I saw him I didn't see him, but I saw him on TV the other day.
Yeah.
He looks happy. And you know what?
Yeah. Listen, I'm sure, he's going to have to deal with it. He's going to have to accept it, but it's looking more and more like he's not ever coming back.
Quality of life, man. You got young girls. Got to get in there while you can. Have some fun.
Born to be Hab. Just think, they must be serious penalties if the refs are doing this. Giving Montreal these opportunities. Samsonov took his helmet off, so something up there. Or did that shot knock his helmet off? No, but he got hit in the helmet, so. Why is he mad at somebody?
He's having a temper tantrum.
The ref? Is he mad at the ref? Yeah, the ref. Yeah, because look, they're losing. Or not losing, but I mean, this game is frustrating them already.
That should be delay a game.
Well, the goalie is allowed to take his helmet off if something's wrong.
He's allowed to take his helmet off.
Yes, and he got hit in the helmet.
He threw his helmet off.
No, he's allowed to do that, and they're supposed to stop the game. That I'll give him that, but I mean, he didn't take his helmet off. He shook it off. Why are you mad? You shook it off. They blew the whistle. His strap came off. The puck hit him there, and the strap came off.
He's still a Toronto pencil neck geek.
It's just that why did he get mad? Because he's frustrated.
That hit him in the collar.
But it snapped. The snap on the side came off.
I see that. But why is he having a temper tantrum?
That I don't.
But this is great. They've got him off his game. This is great.
Well, it seems like they got the whole team off their game. But yeah, get the goalie off his game for sure.
Yeah, get that third goal.
Doesn't look like it in the second, but they're going to have some power play time to start the third. And I just hope they can keep the momentum going through the intermission. Lucas, I think he's going through that process, Price, of doing that personally. He admitted he's having trouble with that. But I think them going back to BC probably says a lot.
He could come back and be a goaltending coach, any number of things. And
Yeah, I mean, he's got time for all that. He's not going to do anything till that money is used up. That's obvious. He's at the end of his contract. I'm just going to go off camera for a sec, turn my microphone off. I want to blow my nose. I don't want to do that on camera. I'll be right back. I'm going to leave you in the competent hands of Pete for like 30 seconds.
No.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Let's party. Cheers. It's a bubble tea. Leafs can't do anything right.
I didn't want to scare anybody. I can be pretty loud when I blow my nose. It's the one thing left from the COVID that won't go away. I kind of was almost 100%. And then right away, like we did the live stream one night there, and I started to get the nose, and I kind of relapsed a little bit over the last couple of days, but not bad. But yeah, so I'll tell you what, man, it doesn't want to go away completely. It ain't no fun. All right, so we got an intermission. We can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I'll apologize in advance if Pete and I start talking and then we forget about the chat for just like a little bit. Yeah, don't be upset. But yeah, we'll talk about whatever you guys like want to talk about.
Ooh, pull the reins back a little bit there, Grimes. That wasn't complete dominance. I mean, we were successful with them, but that wasn't complete dominance over.
Wasn't complete dominance, but I got to tell you that they were dominating. So, but I don't know about complete, but yeah, it was close though. When you got the goalie like that, I mean,
we've got them up against the ropes. We've rattled them, and
they're rattled.
Go to the third, and
it's kind of like the intermission's at a bad time because that the Leafs can get a little bit of break there, get their breath, and maybe come out with a really good third. So there's still 20 minutes of hockey. It's a lot of hockey, but no way. They
won't come out with a good third.
There's no way. I don't care. There's no way I would have said that this is the kind of game we're going to get. So this is like a bonus. I would have thought we're going to get our asses kicked tonight. And just great character. This team, our team, the Habs, are showing great character tonight.
If you've listened to Gorton and Hughes, that's all they've ever said. They want character players. Character
has been a big thing for the guys that they want on the team. And you're seeing this tonight because this is a team that tonight should have just 2-0 and they should have been out of it. And they're not. And they're playing for Cole tonight. It seems
Harry Rice.
Sure.
Read Harry Rice. That's awesome.
Harry, how you doing, man? Absolutely surprised to see the Habs come back in that second period. Like you said, Rick, shows the character of this AHL team. I mean, listen, so calling them an AHL team, while there's a lot of players from the AHL, but these guys are trying to show that they're NHL players. Yeah, it's players that are proving that they're NHL quality, getting the opportunity, taking the advantage of it. So
exactly.
I feel insulted when you guys are saying about the AHL team. I feel a little insulted.
I wouldn't feel insulted, Rick. I mean, look at it this way. I mean, our future is super bloody bright.
Yeah, I know, right? But I don't know. I just feel that
if our AHL kids are coming in here and sticking it to the laughs, our future's bright.
Our future's bright. I have never gotten off that track, no matter how bleak it looked this year. Our future's bright, without a doubt. Hey, Adam, how do you feel now about it? And I don't mean that to antagonize in any way, but how has your thoughts on this game changed? Because now I see this game maybe going to overtime. Like they've got your team on the ropes. Really, I'm sure you're really happy they got the intermission when it happened because they can recover. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but I'm really happy with this game so far.
No, they got Samsonov. They've got him rocked. They got Samsonov
They got
off
him
his game.
shaken a little bit, yes.
Oh yeah.
And something I said in my pregame show, which I laughed at because I had written this before I heard the news of Caulfield. So I said, are the Leafs coming in overconfident? And I wrote, I hope so. Right? And you know what? I think they did.
Oh.
And it backfired on them.
I've said it a couple of times.
Came in figuring to take this team a little lightly because of everything, and I think that's backfiring on them.
Oh yeah, they came in. They figured they weren't even going to have to skate. They just come in. They were going to win without even having to shoot the puck at the net.
But Adam, saying that they typically lose these kind of games, that's not something positive in any way. I would worry about my team if that's the case in this. And they should have been up for this game. They should have been not overconfident, but they should have been confident coming into this game. And this should not be how it's going. So it's a little bit good on Montreal here.
Bottom line,
the
Leafs nice coming into this game
you about your team. What's that, Pete?
Bottom line, the Leafs coming into this game, they should have been at a place where they were like, okay, you know what? This is a great game for us to pad all our stats.
Yeah, but that's the problem, right? That's the problem, right? You don't come in with that attitude. You come in with the attitude that, yes, we probably should win this game. We probably will win this game, but we're not taking them lightly. And I think they did. And then this is what happened.
And this is a consequence. Oh, Rick Tocchet expected to be named Canucks head coach on Monday.
Adam, I won't even take that as an insult because, yeah, Habs are a bad team right now. So, yeah. And it's an old Habs problem, too, that they play down to teams that, are on the bottom. It happens a lot.
Oh, the Habs have done that forever. They've
almost always been, in the 70s when they were great. They had so many losses. They might lose 10 games in the season. 4 or 5 of them would be to shitty teams.
Yeah,
to shitty teams that they should not have lost against.
Remember when we used to face the Minnesota North Stars when they were horrible? And
I know they have this problem,
9-2.
So it's a similar problem that the Habs have that you guys have. And listen, I'm happy, and I'm not going to be insulted to say that the Habs are a bad team, because if you don't know that the Habs are a bad team overall and on paper, and you don't know anything about hockey. Personally, I think that.
I don't want to say that they're a bad team. I want to say that they're an inexperienced team.
Well, it's this is whatever term you want to use.
I don't want to use the term bad. Bad makes me feel awful.
Adam, though, that is a worrisome thing, right? It could be a worrisome thing for your team if most of your losses are to the bottom feeders. I don't know how well does that bode for you come playoff time, right? Where you guys, top of the league, are going to be playing a team that's below you. I don't know. And the fact that the players that need to have a heart on your team don't have it. But, yay. I'm sure you won't agree with that.
At playoff time,
Drew,
if you're the number 1 seed and you're going up against the 8th seed, you got to step up your game. And, if the Leafs can't do that, then...
Well, listen, they should have, once they saw Montreal stepping up their game here, they should do the same thing. They should have another
They should have another gear that they should be able to kick it up into.
And they're not doing that. Instead, because it's Montreal, I'm sure this happens. It's in their head, like, man, we can't. It's going to be another game like that. Are we jinxed against Montreal? It plays in their heads, and I think that's what happens a lot. Drew says we're definitely on the upswing here in Montreal. Overall, we're on the right direction. Low on that swing up, but still on the right direction. Anyway, all right. I don't know how close we're getting to, but we should be getting pretty close to them coming back. So a few more minutes, whatever you guys would like to talk about. I've had this. I want to eat this now. I've had this piece of apple pie. I made an apple pie. I didn't make the crust, but I made. And I've had it here since because I didn't eat much today. So I had a quick bite before the pregame show, and I was going to eat that. And then since COVID, like I'll make things, and then as it comes to eat them, I don't feel like eating anymore, and I don't feel like eating that. And that happens so much. It happened with that, but now I want to eat it, but I'm not going to eat it on there. But I might say I'm going to turn the camera off and eat it.
Nice. My daughter made us sushi bowls this afternoon.
Oh, I don't like
Nice.
sushi. But hey,
I know.
I mean, you like sushi. It's great.
Oh, I love me fish.
I don't like sushi. I'm not a big fish.
I love raw fish and I love raw beef.
Yeah.
All the things that are bad for you.
You know what they say though, eh? Smells like herring, tastes like chicken. You ever hear that?
No.
You never heard that? You're not Jewish. That's the herring, but that's a saying. I'm not saying what it is that's like that, but you guys can figure it out for yourself. That's why you like raw fish. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I like a lot of things raw.
Oh boy.
So, what do you think, Rick Tocchet, Vancouver? Do you think things will change?
No. And you know what? I hate the way they're treating Bruce Boudreau.
Boudreau's a beautiful man, and what they're doing to him is just BS.
It is. It's abysmal what they're doing to him. And so that if I'm talking, I wouldn't want to go work for these guys.
No.
So
like one of my girls asked me, "Why don't you like Vancouver? They've had such great talent come through their wings." And I'm like, "Honey, they've had great talent come through, and what do they do with them? They don't build around them. Like, you've had the likes of Pavel Bure and Trevor Linden, and what did you do? You did nothing. You didn't build around those great players."
True. Yeah. I mean, the owners are horrible there. The owners are horrible.
I mean, they did. I guess.
No, they didn't. They went for the quick fixes instead of doing what they should have done. Like what Montreal's doing right now is really what they should have done. And they went for the quick fixes like Montreal did for many years. Did it work? No. So, it's not going to work in general.
You gotta be willing to take a couple of years of losses in order to get
break it down in order to build it back up.
Exactly.
That's what has got to be done. Anthony, we do not need to lose this game. Anytime Montreal plays Toronto, no, we do not need to lose this game.
No. No, I agree. We do not need to lose against Toronto.
No. They may end up
and nor should we ever want to lose against Toronto. I mean,
never when it's Toronto.
Toronto is...
Habs would be destroying Leafs if healthy. I fully believe that. And if they can keep them like this right now when they're decimated by injuries, it would have been a very different game. Not only, with Cole Caulfield, I think even then would have been a much different game. And if we were healthy and didn't have so many injuries, it would have been a great game. And then maybe we would be really dominating them like that. By the way, if you're here and having a good time, please give a thumbs up. And leave, talk to us in the chat. Give a thumbs up. Send us a ton of money. That's always good. No, you can if you aren't. But give a thumbs up. That'd really be appreciated.
Oh, Anthony Dayco, I wouldn't go that far. 7-1 Habs.
Well, it's been a different game, right? It would have been a different game in a lot of ways. And I don't know that, you can't say what's happening here. Just add the better players and it would have been 10 times. No, it probably wouldn't have. It probably wouldn't because the Leafs would be playing a little differently as well. If they're a team that plays down to a shitty team, then we wouldn't be that shitty team and they wouldn't be playing down to us. So you can look at it like that. But no, it'd have been a different game.
I think with Samsonov now, like we're all thinking there might be a leg issue of some sorts or a groin issue maybe, right?
Matt Murray might come in for the third.
He might. But if he doesn't, now all the players need to be thinking 5-hole. Get them moving side to side. Go 5-hole.
I'm kind of thinking if I'm the coach and I feel after the intermission that my goalie has kind of lost it a little bit, his emotional and that kind of stuff, and I haven't pulled him back, I might switch him out.
Oh, he's very angry. You can see it
Yeah.
in his play. You know, he's very upset.
Because that could cost
And
them the game, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Boozer. Appreciate
They'll
it.
use that as their excuse. Oh, well, you know, we lost to the Habs because Ilya lost his temper and blah, 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 blah.
Oh, there'll be an excuse. Listen, except
There's
for
always
Adam,
excuses.
who, even though they're losing, has come in. But have you seen any of the other Leafs fans? Have you seen any of the
Oh,
nasty
no, they
Leafs fans
disappeared.
come in?
They
And
disappeared.
I was expecting to have this all night. I'd have these nasty ones coming in and making fun of us. And that's not happening. Why? Because of the way the Habs are playing. The wind's taken out of their sails.
Yeah, they thought they were gonna come in and completely dominate and pull like a Florida 6-2 win over us. That's not gonna. Toronto and Montreal, that's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Well, I shouldn't say that.
Harry, I've told you before, don't worry about it, dude. There's situations, and it's not in your hands. So don't worry. I appreciate it. And you know that I've told you before, so don't worry. As long as you let the commercials, the ads play a little bit, and then you can click them off. But as long as you do that and don't have ads turned off, you are supporting the channel. But I mean, I'd rather you send me $100. But I mean, don't worry about it though. There's countries, there's people here that
you can send me tequila.
And
love tequila. Send me tequila.
There you go. Pete will take tequila. But there's also countries where they can't send. I think Sofka wanted to. He can't because they don't allow it. I know that there's countries that don't allow you to do that. So, yeah, don't worry about it. Watch the commercials. That helps. If by chance they get Bedard, can they afford him with the cap? Yes, they can.
For sure.
Don't forget, he's going to be on a 3-year ELC. So
entry level
maximum is $950,000. He can't get more than that. A little bit with bonus money, maybe, but that's fine. So yeah, of course they can. It's all about managing the cap, and that's why you don't pay your players $10 and $11 million like the team in white. Yeah, but Steven, if you're saying that about us, how come you're not bringing that up about them, who's paying more than a quarter of their budget for 4 players? They're playing like half of their budget.
Isn't it over half for the big 3?
Yeah, it's over half
4?
of the budget goes to 4 guys: Tavares, Matthews, Marner, and Nylander, and the rest have to manage. And that's why they haven't. That's why they're not going to win, because they don't have the team around them.
They've overcommitted. They're pulling a Vancouver.
Right. They can't afford the team they need to put around them to win a cup.
Read Anthony Diakos.
Drew was talking about the Canucks being kind of cursed with the draft. Andy says, Rick, my dad hit a guy with his car today. Whoa. When he got out of the car to go see the guy, he saw he had a Leafs hat on, so he just drove away.
I love it.
That's a good one, Anthony. That's a good one. Oh, boy. Sending me free hugs. Awesome. I appreciate the hugs. I appreciate them better from women, but,
I was just going to say, I'll give you a hug, Rick.
Yeah, but I appreciate it, but hey, I want someone with real tits.
What's wrong with mine? I got a handful.
Yeah, okay, not man ones.
Well,
I don't like hairy. I don't like hairy around the nipple.
Is Mrs. Beliveau dating somebody?
Oh, we're in third period. I don't know anything about Mrs. Beliveau. Habs is still on the power play, but 25 seconds left. I don't know. They're going to get another opportunity over the line. Doubt we're going to get anything out of that, though. Definitely not counting on the power play to get us a freaking goal. Right?
No.
That's definitely not.
No.
Because with Caulfield not there, that power play is not better.
There.
Sorry, I talked over you.
No, it's all good. It's as long as we have Burroughs as our offensive coordinator, we're never gonna
And with Caulfield not there, the power play definitely not better, right?
No. Mind you, if we stood Jack Guy in front of the goaltender every night, that could help.
He's been quiet tonight, Jack. At least I don't have the sound up enough to really hear because I can't put the headphones on for this. So
no,
yeah, it's
he's had a very quiet night.
It seems like it to me.
Like I figured Simmons would be trying to get in his face, trying to ruffle him up a little bit.
Maybe they're trying to control his emotions and teach him how to do that by controlling his ice time tonight.
The guy that he fought the other night is lucky that he had a bit of an injury.
He's lucky that on one or two of those lunges with a punch, Arbor didn't hit him.
Well, didn't you notice that Arbor had the glove on during that fight on the left hand?
Did he?
Yeah, couldn't take the glove off because his wrist is probably a little bit sore. He didn't get the glove off.
That's probably why you're seeing him. You're not seeing him big time here tonight.
I think he's fighting an injury of some sorts with the wrist.
Steven, we can afford to sign Caulfield, and there's going to be money. There's a lot of money coming off the cap of the offseason.
Is there a goal scored? Because Stephen Shea is right. Laugh out loud, bleep man.
What's that?
Stephen Shea. It's the last little text there.
Oh yeah,
laugh out loud.
That's who I was
just wondering if there's a goal been scored or something.
You're ahead of me. I was talking to. They're going to lock up Caulfield while he's out. No doubt about it in my mind. So we're 2.5 minutes in to the third. It looks a lot like the whole game so far. Toronto not really able to make any headway.
Come on, boys.
In the Montreal zone, but they're not able to get in at the net and really find any lanes to fire a good shot.
We're keeping the slot clean, which is amazing.
They almost got a wraparound, went through the crease. Sorry, they're keeping the front of the net pretty clear.
The front of the net and the slot. They're keeping the slot clean too.
That's what they're doing. They're keeping them out of the middle of the ice. You think at some point one of their big guys just go to the center, push your way in. Not able to tonight. Yeah, Anthony, you're kind of right. There's no reason for Jack Guy to take on these guys. They're not tough enough.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Come on, Pillick.
It's not a great offensive performance by Montreal, but
it's an entertaining game, Rick.
It is, and on a defensive side, they're doing a good job of just managing to hold them back.
Can you imagine if they played like this with every team? We'd be above 500.
Yeah, well, I don't think this is sustainable.
No. This effort is because we have a dead soldier. Well, not a dead soldier, but
but Caulfield injury, and it's a Montreal-Toronto rivalry. Yeah. So there's that too. So yeah. Oh, it wasn't. Oh, it's Ulanov or Ulanin. Excuse me. Almost had a chance there. I thought it
was Yolonen.
No, from him, the actual pronunciation is Ulanin.
Ulanin. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It takes a few games to get used to saying it, but I'm used to it now.
Oh my God. Come on, guys.
Habs are just working.
if we lose, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Oh yeah,
I'll be
I
okay
mean,
because this is a game where
but they're working. They're outworking them.
this is great.
There's Jack. He's out on the ice now. It's a really good pace, and there's chances on both sides. I got to say, but it's not how I would have thought this game was going to go. This is a team that wants to win one for their fallen comrade. We got just under 14 minutes now to go, so a little over 6 minutes into this third period. They're up on shots by 3, 26-23, but it's a 2-2 tie.
I agree, George. Toronto does not want to bleed to win a cup. You hit the nail on the head there, buddy.
What's that?
George Couto. He says
Toronto doesn't well, that's right. They don't want to.
They want to do it the Percy way. You can't win a cup with you can't. You got to have grit. Toronto has no grit. Wayne Simmons is not grit.
No, exactly. And you're right. I mean, it's the grit of the Habs that are keeping them in this game and keeping Toronto from being able to score.
How do you feel about Suzuki throwing hits, though?
Did you see the hit on Gudas? He knocked Gudas on his
and then he stood over him, too.
Oh, that was beautiful.
I love the fact that he just kind of stood over him after they hit. Like, what are you going to do, bitch? Oops,
no, I don't. That wasn't Suzuki. That was somebody else did that.
That was Doc. That was Doc.
Was Doc, I think. Yeah.
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 But even Suzuki just,
he just shouldered him. They shoulder to shoulder and
sent him flying.
Gudas went flying. You might be right, though. I think Suzuki did stand over him for a few seconds. But not like standing over him. He was standing there, though, for a few seconds. Yeah. But Gudas went on he went sprawling.
I think that shocked Suzuki, to be honest with you.
He went, oh, look what I can do. While he's not super tall, he's got bulk to him, Suzuki.
Oh, yeah. All these guys got good hips, good legs. You have to, right?
No, but I mean, he's 5'11", but he's 210.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah,
he's got bulk to him.
Yeah, he's thick.
Yep.
Not like Pukey, the little Marner there.
Well, Nick doesn't cry. That's for sure.
No.
Not on the bench anyway.
Nick's a man.
Get out of there, Monty. Yeah. How did he keep that out? Wow.
I missed it.
It's coming up.
I haven't seen it yet.
Wow. How did they not score there?
Are you talking about Monty or are you talking about the other two?
Yeah, Monty goes to the boards.
Yeah.
To get whatever. It backfires. But he keeps it out. Wow.
Looks like he went back into the nets and did the splits.
He kept it out. He pushed it out. I don't think with his skate, but somehow I just saw the replay. He kept it out.
Oh, flashes of brilliance with that kid. It's a bubble.
Listen, you know what he's getting? He's starting to get consistency to his game. His save percentage is been really good. I like Monty. I always have. The first game was shitty with him. I know that, but after that, he quickly got into my good books. I saw.
Well, it's like any hockey player, Rick. What happens when you get playing time? You get better, right?
Well, if you get that's not true with any hockey player. With good ones.
With good ones. And I've noticed this early in the season. We kind of rode the wave of Monty for a bit there. He started climbing up and up and up and up, and doing better. And then all of a sudden, Alan's safe. Alan's back. Come on, throw him back in the net. And then Monty just went.
Yeah, but you give him the games, and he's got
He
his
starts stepping up. He gets better.
He's good.
I think he's. I'm not comparing him to Waugh, but I think he's like Waugh, and he needs to see the puck in order to get better as he goes.
Most goalies, though, you got to be in the net. Yeah, it's just that. Yeah.
So
And you know what?
When
Allen comes back, I hope they don't make the mistake of going with Allen for. They should split duties. Just damn right, just split them.
No, I don't want to do that. Just leave Monty in there. Let him get the experience. Let him get the games. Let him get the.
Well, start doing that, splitting the games, and if he's doing better than Allen after that, then Monty, takes over.
Yeah, I say leave Monty in for as long as we can, and throw Allen in for a game or two here and there.
He's got to have a break. Back-to-back games are coming up. I don't want Primo making a start. So we got 11 minutes to go here in the third. It's a 2-2 game. Toronto definitely picking up on the shots there now, 31-23. That happened earlier. Montreal came back in that department again, so they can do it again. We're almost halfway through this period. Glove save, Monty. We'll have a face-off. Huey never got better. Did he never get better? He was good, though. He didn't have to get better. He was good. He had hit that plateau of being good and stayed that way for a few years.
Yeah. Unlike Red Light Rasco.
But Rasco, even that, his numbers weren't as bad as people make it out. You know that.
No, his numbers weren't that great, but his numbers weren't that bad either. I mean, he played behind goals Patrick. He let in.
He played behind Patrick Roy. That's what it is. You compared him. We constantly compared him to Roy, and there's no comparison.
No. Come on, boys.
Block shot there by Savard. Here comes Andy. Dumps her in.
I agree. It's a bubble. Living in red light in Waz shadows are.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I
wouldn't want to do that.
It's hard, He got a bad. He wasn't as bad as we made it out.
Could have been better though. Anybody could have been better.
Anthony with the jokes. Yeah, that's. He says,
I like Anthony's humor.
Did I ever tell you about how I lost my thumb? Needed stitches because I cut my thumb with a knife. When the doctor walked in right before he started, he said, "I hope the Leafs win." So Anthony left. He said, I said I could do better myself. He probably could if he's a Leafs fan. But he lost his thumb and not his hand. Is this a true story at all, or what? Is this true? I think
he's screwing with us. He's got to be screwing with us.
I don't know. Can't tell. All right, 10:05 to go in the third. Face-off is somewhere in front of Monty.
God damn, this has turned out to be a good game. I love it. I love it so much I've ignored my wife and her texts.
Love it so much I married it twice.
My wife's probably doing the big, why isn't he talking to me right now? Jesus Christ.
Your wife is there? Say hi for me.
Oh, no.
I know you said she's gone. You're alone.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not alone. I got one of my daughters with me. The other one's at a sleepover. But no, the wifey's over with her dad over in Langley.
On the mainland, you said. I remember now.
Yeah, the mainland.
All right, commercial break there. So, we got like half of the period left. And looking good. I have a feeling it's going to overtime. What do you think? You get that feeling at all, or?
I think it's going to a shootout.
I mean, it could.
I think
Obviously,
we're going to pull it
could
off.
be.
I think we're going to pull it off in the shootout.
I mean, it could go to a shootout, but I think it's going to go to overtime.
I think Doc wins it for us in the shootout.
Well, personally, I think if they get this game to overtime, that's a win for them. I'm not saying they're going to win the game.
If we come out of this with a point, great.
That's what I'm saying. It's a win for them just to get this team to overtime tonight after the news about Cole. I mean, this is a win.
And if I was the Toronto players catching a flight back to Toronto, I would run up to the goddamn pilot's room there, or the whatever you call it, the cockpit, and I would make that plane nosedive into the ground.
Yeah, no,
we don't deserve to live.
No, but you know what? They should take a look in the mirror and say, "Hey, we got to do something here."
Whoa! What the hell was that?
Who's who? I agree with your dad. Who says his father always tells him there are two kinds of people in this world, and to avoid them both. I kind of believe that too.
You know, TV's getting bad. Steve Dangle commercials. Doing the big
Steve Dangle
Coca-Cola. Oh, he's got a Coke commercial with hockey players. This is pathetic.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? So we got 9:45 to go. Dak for holding, and I hope this doesn't lead to a goal, but I didn't see it, Harry. So
it's a bubble tea. Think about it from the perspective of the Montreal Canadiens. You're going in with a depleted lineup against the Toronto Maple Leafs with a full slate of talent. If we come out of that with a point, come on, man.
This is a character builder. This is a team bonding thing. This is really good for this team going forward.
Right?
And it's Toronto. So I'm sorry. There's never going to be a game where they're against Toronto. I go, yeah, I want Toronto to win. No, ever, never, never.
Look at this. They're just keeping this. They're keeping the front of the net clean. They got the 4-man box set up.
They're doing a good job.
I didn't realize we got a penalty for what?
They're doing a good job halfway through this power play.
What do we get a penalty for?
Holding, Doc.
Oh, for Christ's sake. I missed that.
I didn't see it either, but I saw the announcement. I saw they wrote it. Who's that wasting time? Who is that? Is that Suzuki? Good job, Nick. Captain showing away. 35 seconds left in the power play. He just wasted like 10 seconds there or more.
He's so wise beyond his years. How old is he?
23, I believe.
23. And look at him. I'm watching him. Look at him. Look at him.
Yeah, you see that? I mean, and then people say, "Oh, he shouldn't be the captain." Are you kidding me? He's not a leader. Wow. Are you kidding me?
Wise beyond his years, man. Jesus. That's a Kirk Muller thing to do.
And don't tell me that how they're playing tonight's not a big, how do I want to put that? Nick Suzuki's not a big part of that, and a reason for that.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
They killed off this penalty. They killed it off.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay. I still got 12 seconds. 8. Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah, sorry to spoil it, but they killed it off.
Sweet.
That was a good kill. 7:15 to go in the third. 2-2.
Yeah, bubble tea. Suzuki's got heart. A lot of heart.
He's got more heart than this whole Leafs team. With the talent right now on the Leafs and the talent right now on the ice for the Habs, there's no way that we should be in this game.
I still say Jack Guy has got one of the great, out of all our defensemen, he's got one of the greatest first passes out of the zone.
No, and you know what? And he can carry the puck out. He's good. I like him on exits, and I'm not so sure
That
about his
first
entries,
pass,
but his exits are good.
his first pass coming out of the zone is great.
Yeah.
Always tape to tape. Well, he's had a couple of flub ups, but you got to expect that from a
He's a
rookie.
rookie. Give him a few years, man. Imagine he's gonna be really good. He's coachable. There's a lot about that kid that's gonna be really good.
I really hope we don't throw this kid away.
No, they're not trading Jacky. A guy that bleeds for the logo like that no.
He's all about this. He's
all about that.
CH.
He's got talent too. It's not like he's just a tough guy. He's a player.
Oh, isn't he? Fucking love that kid. Oh, sorry. Love that kid.
It happens. 5:35 left here in the third now. We're getting down there. It's looking like overtime, man. It really is.
The only thing I want in overtime is to keep puck possession. Go to the shootout.
You know what? 3-on-3 overtime, that's key, right? Is that puck possession is really key.
Keep the puck possession.
Yeah.
Don't let the Toronto's big three have the puck. And just get through that 5 minutes. Get through the 5 minutes, go to the shootout, and then we stand a chance.
No, I agree with you on that.
Or just all out win it here in the last 5 minutes.
Listen, we got a chance in overtime too. Don't say that. It's just that key is keeping that puck.
Yeah.
That's why it's important for guys
Touch
to
wood,
recognize
at least that little SOB, what's his name? The guy I hate wears the helmet the wrong way. Nylander.
I hate him too. Willie Styles.
I hate him.
Willie Styles.
I don't like the way he wears his helmet. Oh.
It's not the way he wears it. It's the style of it. It's a weird looking helmet.
Oh.
He's got his head. He's got his hair in a ponytail and it's propped it up. I don't know, but
it's like he's got a cone head, man. Like even both my girls are just like, why does he wear his helmet like that?
I think it's
just want to tear him
helmet.
I
think it's like a Swedish or something helmet. It's a different.
No, it's a CCM helmet.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure it's a CCM
I don't know,
helmet.
but I think it's just the style. The style is different.
I mean, he's got the head for the Jofa. And I know you've got the Jofa, but
yeah, I mean, really. See, I haven't. It's there, but I haven't.
You haven't pulled out the Jofa lately?
No, I haven't needed to this year.
No,
and it's not. I don't know. The way the setup is here, anyways, I'm not taking it off the set.
Bloody commercials. Get rid of the commercials.
ABL, welcome in late. Cape Breton beat Shawinigan 6-5 in OT. This has been a dandy, man. It has been. As unlikely as that probably seems, but it's been really good.
It's been entertaining. That's all you ask. That's all any of us ask for is an entertaining game.
Yeah, it's been even more than that. Working its way down to 5 minutes left here in the third. The 2-2 game. Are we going to overtime?
If I was anybody on the Toronto team, I'd be embarrassed right now.
Well, they better put that behind them till after the game because they don't have time to be embarrassed. They got time to work harder, but they're
not going to do it.
They're not going to do it.
They've shown it already.
Well, they're running out of time too. And the farther this goes like this, I mean, the Habs are getting more confident, and more confident.
They're getting stronger.
Because the red, white, and blue is a lot better than the white and blue.
I think this kid's going to go out tomorrow and buy myself a Jack Guy jersey.
Yeah, well, if you're one that believes that, you buy a jersey and then the guy gets traded, don't do that. Don't do that. If anything,
dude,
get a
I
Drew
have
Ang
so
one.
many. I have so many San Francisco jerseys.
A lot of people think that because you bought a jersey, the guy gets moved, it's because of you, but it's not. But I mean, if you're one like that, don't do it. Let's not take the chance.
Well, that's why I stopped buying. Well, I've stopped buying jerseys for so many reasons, but one of the reasons is now, like the last jersey I bought, my vintage jersey, the one that's in that thumbnail that you did,
Yeah.
that was $350.
Yeah, I mean the one there, the Lafleur cost me $250, and I got a deal. It was on sale, so I got a little bit off. So I thought it was going to be $275.
Wow. Yeah. See, it is a CCM helmet.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe they have different styles. He likes a different style of it.
I think he likes to wear it at the top of. He just.
Must be for because he's got the curlers.
He looks like a pug.
He's got the curlers in his hair for after the game when he goes out. He wants to look good. So
I thought it was because of his pug face.
I don't know, but I agree. His helmet does look funny, and he's not my favorite player in this world. That's for sure. Oh, they almost got one there. Goalie's hurt. No, he's not hurt.
Anthony,
he's not hurt.
What's Anthony talking about? What happened to Jack Guy?
I don't know. Something happened to Jack Guy?
Nothing better happened to Jack Guy. We need him.
I did not hear. I can't really hear. Hey, what was that on Matheson? Are you kidding me? Guy jumped him like he's a monkey crawling on his back. Yarn croc. Better go off for that. The hell is that? Okay, what's going on here with
that's full interference. Come on. I see what you're complaining about now.
Look at this.
That was interference.
What is that? He left his feet and tried to get on his back. How is that? That better be a penalty. Is that not a penalty? Or giving Matheson?
That's interference. He's going for the puck. You're not allowed to do that.
He's giving Matheson a penalty too. It's 4-on-4.
Why? Why is Matheson getting a penalty?
I couldn't tell you, dude. Why is it 4-on-4? Matheson's in the box. They're going to call it roughing. Watch and see. That's roughing.
I want to drop an F-bomb so bad, but I won't.
Yeah,
I know
it's the referees. Worry, I know you're freaking mean. Learn
it's
to
the
say
referees
freaking.
Just playing it safe.
Let's learn to say freaking instead. Okay, why don't they announce what the freaking penalty was for? Like, what are the penalties?
What a crock of crap.
1:33 left on the 4-on-4. What were the penalties? Guys, anybody out there? Tell me what they are. Can you imagine paying $300 for a Leafs jersey? Never. Because I don't like to spend that much on toilet paper. I don't. $232 to go. What happened? A penalty.
It's
to
so
the Leafs
unfortunate
because Montreal's got possession. So with 2:25 to go, that's probably going to be we're going to overtime, or we score a power play goal. Like that would be amazing.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Was that not a high stick on Edmondson?
I think so. That's what the delayed penalty is. There's still a delayed penalty. They haven't called it yet. They just did now.
Well, then let go of the bloody puck. Give up the puck. Come on. We're going to go to overtime otherwise.
Yeah, high stick on Edmondson. You got it right. Nylander with the funny helmet. And the curlers in his hair.
Are we staying 4-on-3?
I would imagine it's going to go to 4-on-3, right?
Get off the ice.
High sticking on Nylander. With 2:07 left in the third. Habs just took a timeout.
Oh, don't let Burrows talk to anybody, please.
Anthony, I kind of agree with you. He says at this point we already won. I was kind of saying that. You take them to overtime, and that's a win. What happened with Jack? I don't know. The refs are blinder
Does anybody
than a
know
Leafs
what happened to
fan.
Jack?
The refs are blinder than a Leafs fan, saying the Leafs will pass the first round. I agree with you on that. I kind of do. Until they do it, yeah. By the way, we can't complain about the refs called the power play for Montreal.
I'm not complaining. I just want to know why Sheldon Keefe is bitching so much.
Because he's Leafs coach. I don't know. He's got to answer for this loss to the Leafs media.
You know, it's strange when I see people like Keefe.
Guys, let's put in a power play goal. You need one. You're due for one.
This would be the time to get one.
Yeah, they're due. It's the perfect time. Not when you throw back out the goddamn zone.
So who's on the ice? Who have we got on the ice for this power play?
Doc, Suzuki, Hoffman,
Suzuki,
Pitlick.
What's Hoffman doing
out again? There? So it doesn't look good here.
Get Hoffman off there. Why is Hoffman in there? Get him out.
Yeah, I don't know who else is. I don't know who the other guy is. Oh no, that's it. That's the 4.
Yeah,
Suzuki. Oh man.
You got me excited there, you bastard.
That's it. You got the time. Take your time.
Come on, boys.
Oh, Doc hit the goddamn post, man. Now they're on another 53 seconds on power play time because Matheson's out. We're going to overtime. We're going to overtime, or Montreal going to score a goal. I don't think they're going to get a shorty.
Don't say that.
I said I don't think. I'm not jinxing it. But I don't think.
Shots on goal. Who's the league are 36-27 for Toronto. Oh, born to be a Hab. Ouch.
15 seconds left in the third. 5 seconds left in the power play. Okay, so power play's over. 5 seconds left, and they're going to get an opportunity. Save Monty. And we're going overtime. Who freaking thought this game was going to go to overtime? Coming into the game. No way. So this is a real big win for Montreal here. It's a great character game. It's a great team bonding game. I'm really pleased with this. So anybody who's going to argue, well, they don't need the point. Really? It's against the Leafs too. So look at that. Off the post and out the other side. Man, that was close.
BL Duff, that name does ring a bell for me. Jordan Tagurney.
BL wants us to remember Jordan Tourigny. He's a defenseman for Shawinigan. Magician with the puck. This is his draft year. I think he has first rounder written all over him. I wonder, though, in the first round if they're going to go after a defenseman, unless, of course, if that's the best guy available when they're picking, you take him, without a doubt.
They're looking for size and best guy available. Mostly they want to get bigger. And they want to get bigger down the middle. That's their big thing.
They want to get more talented down the middle. They're looking for, if you ask me, they're looking for centers. Why? Because the more centers on your team, the better. So I really believe this. I think they're going to go this way. I think they're looking at 2 centers align, a natural center, and then a guy that kind of plays
who can play both
and can go in the corners. Like I think they're gonna work that. And winning the middle that way by having 2 centers on each line. So I really think
that's why I keep saying to you, Leo Carlson.
Yeah. No, but I think if the best guy is available as a center, they're going that way. If no, then I can see them going a different way. And I wouldn't be surprised if they go for a goalie too. I'm hearing they might. I don't know if that's accurate or not.
I heard that too the other day. I can't remember where, but I did hear they're looking for a goaltender.
We're underway in the OT. They got possession, so this is really important. Montreal needs to get possession back or acquire it for the first time. I don't know. Matthews has it right now.
Just keep him out of the slot. That's all I ask. Keep him out of the slot.
Well, I mean, listen, in overtime, 3-on-3, it's a lot harder, a lot more open. Oh, he just took a shot and missed. A lot more open ice. Harder to keep,
Yeah.
Backhand, and he missed.
They're keeping him to the outside so far for me, what I'm seeing.
So far, so good. Gap control is really good.
Come on, boys.
Nice takeaway there. Here comes Doc. Come on, Kirby. Oh, God, he almost had him. Suzuki with it. They almost stumbled over each other. I got excited. I see Pitlick. I see the 2 on his back. I'm going, Cole's there. No, it's not Cole.
Come on, guys.
We are almost at the halfway point of the OT. Scored! Boom!
Get out.
Pitlick. Habs win in OT. Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
What a game for Montreal fans. Wow.
Don't reckon for me.
Brandon, how you doing, man?
I'm waiting. Oh.
What a game. What a finish. What a finish.
Yeah.
Cole Caulfield, that's how much this team loves you.
That's a huge team win.
BL saying Hugh said that Monty is in the Habs' future plans, and I mean he has to be. He has to be. Hey, we got is that brother and sister, Brandon and Brianna Umaya? How's it going? Welcome in right at the end of a really fun game tonight.
Oh,
Caulfield
awesome.
is not your husband. Your twins, awesome. Are you both married to Caulfield? Is that what you're saying?
Hey, I got twins.
Nice shot there by Pitlick. It was wobbly a bit. Maybe it fooled the goalie, but beautiful. Wow, we're not the champions, but this was a really big win. I think it's a great team building character win here tonight.
Oh, it was awesome. Oh, it was awesome.
So, Brandon, you're saying you're also married to Cole Caulfield. Oh, awesome. Didn't know Cole swung that way too. There weren't a lot of us at the beginning that were on Monty right away. And yes, you and I and a couple other people, but not a lot. And I think we turned out to be right in the Monty, the judgment of Monty's talents. This kid's only gotten better. I mean, he started out really rough, that first game, and then he just kept getting better. So yeah, I'm sure I'm not surprised to hear that he'd be in their plans. Well, besides, I mean, he signed for next year. I think next year, if he continues like this, they'll sign him up again. A couple of years, maybe 3. Give him a little extra money. I should read your comment. I need your thoughts. What? We are the champions? We're not the champions.
I'm trying to figure out what comment he's reading. Rick, how am I wrong? I had a history test today.
Anyways, we're not the champions yet. One day, when we are, I'll say it, but we're not the champions. There's that's not happening.
No, we still got a couple of years.
Yeah,
a couple of years of growth.
It's coming though. It's coming. I said this already when they hired Monty. Well, when they signed Monty to not Monty, when they signed Coach Marty to his contract after the interim, I said he's going to bring us 2 championships. In my mind, at least 2, and I'm not backing down from that.
No, and it may not happen over the next 2-3 years. It may take a little bit longer than that, but we're going to be definitely super competitive over the next 2-3 years and a cup or 2 within the next 5 to 7.
Now the question is, how sustainable is the way they played today? That's what the question for the rest of the season. No, but I mean, to be competitive, to not be such a horror show the rest of the way. You know what?
They stepped up for their brother. They all stepped up for their brother.
That could also lead to them having a little confident in themselves, and maybe we won't see such a. Not saying they're going to win more games than but I'm saying the play will be better. It won't be such a horrible thing to watch. That's what I'm saying. That's all. That's all I mean.
Oh, wait a minute. BL Duff. Peter.
Yeah, but Adam,
it's interesting to see the Vancouver crowd.
Adam, it's not really the case, right? It's a win-win. He says we get a point and Habs are 2 points farther from Dart. You know what? I don't take it like that. Yeah, you guys get a point, but it's not a win for you guys. You guys should have creamed us tonight. It's a loss.
Toronto should be embarrassed as far as I'm concerned. If I was Toronto, I'd be totally embarrassed.
Yeah, and
especially after what Florida did to us the other night. Like, come on, give your heads a shake, Toronto.
Yeah, they didn't even stand up for themselves. I agree. There should have been some pushback there. Although it was a tight game, so maybe we're wrong on that. Thinking they're 2 points farther from Bedard. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I don't buy that. Sure, for tonight. They're going to give those points back at some point.
The end of the day, we're going to have a lot more losses than we are wins the rest of the season.
It's Toronto, Montreal. They got I'm not going to give back a win like that.
I mean, on Tuesday we're going to get killed. I'm so not looking forward to Tuesday's game.
Anthony, how far back do I have to go to read your comment on a history test?
How
far back would I have to go?
BL Duff. Be interesting to see the Vancouver crowd in the next game.
Wow.
Terrible how Vancouver management and ownership is treating Mood. You know what, BL Duff? Vancouver does not belong in the NHL. The way they treat their players, the way they treat their coaches. Don't get me started. I hate the bloody team. I absolutely hate Vancouver. Sorry, Rick.
No, don't worry. I almost answered it wrong, actually. No, that's not the worst thing to happen. Listen, there's nothing wrong that the Leafs have a team. If there's a team, we just hate them. That's all. I don't say they should never have been formed. No, look at the great rivalry we've got.
Toronto, Montreal is like Edmonton, Calgary. It's
a great rivalry, and I love the games. I hate the team.
I would love the games. I would love to see a Quebec Nordique team come back and see that rivalry rejuvenated. Oh, I would love that.
Wait a second. I scrolled. I forgot. I wonder why I thought those were all familiar comments. Monty stole it, but Habs played well. No, I'm not even going to agree with that. I'm going to tell you why I don't agree with that. Yes, Monty played fantastic, but this team played well. It wasn't a team that's going to come out and be wowing you with their offense and their chat, but this team played well in shutting you guys down. So no, I don't think Monty stole it in that way. No, I don't think I want to agree with that.
No, the team played a great game. They played a well organized game. Like they kept Toronto out.
Have a good one, Adam. Sorry.
No, that's all good.
No hard feelings.
They kept Toronto out to the boards. They didn't let Toronto have the slot where Toronto loves to shoot from.
Right. Monty didn't do that. That was the team.
No, that was the team. And it was also coaching. Like, don't forget, if it wasn't for
this team was ready. Coaches had them ready, and they had a good game plan. It worked out. The team performed it, and I think they all deserve this. I think tonight, Trevor Letowski got into Marty St. Louis' ear and just said, "Let's just play a defensive." It wasn't even a trap game, Rick. It was a total defensive, keep everybody outside to the boards effort, which was amazing. Yeah,
and if they can do that for the rest of the season, I don't know. How sustainable is this? How sustainable is that style of play?
It's not to this level, but if they can play like this, I kind of think that's what they're going to have to do. Is they're going to have to play games like this the rest of the way.
To hell with the offense, just play a defensive game and counter on a mistake.
Yeah, listen, the coaching staff, the players, they're not looking about the tank. They want to win games legitimately.
Yeah.
So with that thought in mind, they got to devise a way to do that. This is a great way. If they can do this, they're going to win some games. Yeah, but they're going to lose mostly, but they're going to be competitive. And that's, to me, what
you know what? I remember in the beginning of the season, we all said, as long as they're competitive, don't give a shit if they lose every game.
That's right.
As long as they're competitive.
Yeah. And then we got spoiled by some good play and good wins. But I mean, this is, if they can play like this the rest of the way, wow, it's going to be so much better. I won't be as not wanting to do these games because it's going to be boring. It won't be boring.
Conservative lawyer.
You never know. You might be right on that, right? You might be right. Alan might. You got to ride the guy. Ride Monty as far as you can, right?
Exactly. And I think Alan is, dare I say, a little bit maybe trade bait for a backup.
He might be.
It might get us,
He might be. I don't think next year because they're not ready to upgrade the goalie. But the year after, that's possible.
But what we could do is we could get rid of Allen for a high second-round pick and then bring in – there's a lot of goaltenders.
Yeah, goalie, you can get a goalie. It's true. Goalies – so if you can move him because you get a good offer, yeah, you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if they do because it's true. You can get in a rebuilding time, you can get a goalie. Goalies
there's a lot out there.
You get a goalie
out there. So we could bring somebody in.
Yeah. I don't know that. I mean, I don't think that's what their plan is, but it could, the plans could change, right?
You're doing an interview with Scheifele. I hate Scheifele.
Harry, that's a big statement. I don't know. Yeah, me too. I don't want to look at it. I don't know about zero. I'm going to turn my TV off. I don't know if to watch that. I don't know if it's 0% that Allen's the starter. I don't know about that. We'll see when he does get back, which should be soon.
I don't think Allen's going to be the starter. I think he'll come in for relief. Hope that he comes in for relief and give Monty a break here and there, but I don't know. I got a funny feeling Monty's a kind of like a Waugh type goaltender. He wants the games. Give him the games, no matter what.
Yeah, I hope he's that. I hope he's got that in him. He looked. He's playing.
If that's
great
what he's got in him, Rick, we could have a diamond in the rough there. I mean,
I think we do.
He shows the flashes. He shows the flashes here and there that he's got what it takes to be a full-time starter.
Well, I agree.
And don't forget, how old is he? He's what?
26. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's young.
he's
He's young.
26. So
He's coming into his prime.
he's still got 2 years before he hits the prime.
I think now 26, 27, you're even 25, somewhere in there, you're coming into your prime. BL, I don't know that I agree with you. He says some teams will be knocking on Hughes' door for looking for Allen at the deadline. Here's why I don't agree with you. He's got 2 years left now. They signed him to 2 more at a raise. So it's like right now, this year's salary is great, but he gets another million something next 2 years. I don't know that they're going to come knocking for that. Honestly, at his age and all that, I don't know. So I don't know. I don't think I agree with that. In the offseason as a trade, I think that could happen. I think
off season is a trade.
But not at the deadline.
Be a chance.
I don't think at the deadline.
At the deadline, there might be.
If he was a rental on an expiring contract, yes, okay, different story. He's not. Yeah. He's coming in with a $3.8 million contract or something like that for 2 years. That's, I don't know. I don't think that's an easy move.
That's really not a lot of money, though.
I don't think that's the move you can make at the deadline. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I also see the flip side to that. I mean, it's not a lot of money. And if he can win you a game or two.
Sorry?
If it's not a lot of money, and if he can win you a game or two here and there and provide you a
commitment,
healthy,
though, to the term. No, it's the commitment to the term for 2 years. That's, I don't know. I don't think in this right now, I don't think so. Not till the cap starts to go up, and it doesn't look like it's going to go up to 4. It's going to go up 1. So I don't think so. That's my opinion. You may be right. I'm not saying mine's the law, but no. I don't think so.
I can definitely see some funky stuff happening come trade deadline time, though.
Well, yeah. I mean, it depends what they can manage to do to make deals. Harry, I don't think that you're right about the cap. If they pay off all of that escrow at the end of the season, the cap will go up by $4 million for next year. But it's seeming unlikely that they're going to do that now, and that means it'll only go up by $1 million or maybe $1.5 million. That's it. It's not 2-3 million next year. But the year after that, then it should start going up by 4 or 5 million for a couple of years.
See, it's like BL Duff says, and I agree with BL Duff. You know, a team like Jersey, who I don't know what Jersey's goaltending is like, but I'm sure a team like Jersey would love to have somebody confident like an Allen in the back where he can do he can steal a game for us here or there.
Okay, I said I don't think so, but you might be right. You might be right. But I did that 2 years. At his age, he's 33. I think that could be a thing. That could be a thing.
That could be a thing. Oh, I totally agree with you. And like I always keep saying, speculation is doesn't get you anything. So
no,
but
exactly.
No, it'd be nice to see. It's gonna be nice to see what happens come March.
Yeah, Harry says, keep in mind, NHL teams like to be stupid and assume where the cap will be when making deals. I don't think in this case here. I think when the cap is naturally going up and we're back to that, that's different. I don't think here. I think they know when it's not like it's an unknown how much. If they think they're going to be able to pay off the escrow, that might be a different story. From what I'm hearing now, the last couple of times I've seen anything about it has been that they don't think that the escrow is going to get paid off at the end of this season.
Don't do it, Anthony. Don't do it. Stay away from Leafs.
Yeah, but Anthony, that just makes us like they are, and I wouldn't do that. I would never do that.
Be a proud Habs fan, Anthony. Just be a classy.
Just being
Habs
a dick.
Fan.
I'm sorry, but you're just being a dick if you do that. They may do that, and you can say, well, they do it, but you're just being a dick like they are if you do that.
Exactly what Who's the League said. Don't stoop down to their level.
Yeah, exactly.
We're classy. That's why we chose this over here. And I never wear Habs gear. So now you know what I'm going to be doing every bloody night. I'm going to be wearing something Montreal. Me and my superstitions.
All right, we're at 3 hours. I got to take off. I got to eat some supper and stuff. This was a lot of fun. I thanks for sticking around, Pete. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, this was a really good game. I really had a lot of fun. I believe Tuesday is the next game, which I know it is. I believe it's Boston. It's the first Boston game.
Yeah, I can't
I'm just going to
watch.
double check that.
I will watch, but I can't watch.
Yes, Boston on Tuesday. So, it would not shock me. Montreal, shitty as they are right now, against Boston, who's top of the league, and we beat them on Tuesday. That's not going to shock me at all. And then it'd be back-to-back, Toronto, Boston, we beat them. That would be awesome. Let's hope that happens. And then we go into the losing streak. It's coming. Don't worry about it. It won't affect anything. So that's Tuesday. Hopefully you guys will join me for that. Maybe Matt will even be here. I don't know. And that's it. So thanks, Pete, for being here. And
thank you, everybody, for having me.
Yeah, anytime, man. Till next time, stay safe out there. Peace out. And I'll see you that next time. See you on Tuesday and maybe a video in between. I don't know. Have a good night. It's Saturday night, still pretty early. Lots to do. Have a good one. Ciao, everybody.